I was hoping to catch that in there. Oh, that's definitely in there. Whoops. Well, we're gonna wait until it's already going. So anything you do from here on out is being seen.
Oh boy.
So
well, here comes the cheat view.
the cheat view. So when we see the first, you can have your phone out.
All right.
Can you turn the vibrating off?
Put it in my
Just
pocket.
okay. that's if that's easier than turning the whole thing off. Who's that? Okay, we have one view
Me.
and somebody else.
Oh, nice.
So we're
Solid.
live.
That's
It's
solid.
Cassie. Hi, Cassie.
I went to high school with her. She's all right. She didn't talk much. Anyways,
Oh, Steffi too.
dude, this is episode 25.
Yeah.
Hit the music.
Cue Darude stands.
We are going to record music for the intro. I want to. I was thinking about playing my acoustic on the intro.
No.
Oh, you've never heard me play.
No.
Oh. And episode 25 with Ryan Portner. I'm happy to have you for as my 25th guest. Actually, no, I haven't had 25 guests. I've had 20. I counted. It's like 22 because I've had a couple of people on twice, repeats. I've had BJ on twice, Christian twice. You have been on twice, Mr. Behind the Curtain there.
Yeah, man.
No, you're
Behind
good. And then, 25 episodes. I never thought it'd go this far. I'm looking into this camera, right? I just want to open up
Yeah, man.
the episode by saying thanks to everybody who believed in me. I know this isn't a big deal, but I just wanted to talk to people. Several people, including Zakota and Nate, I had never spoken to in my life. I didn't even meet them until they walked into my house, or my apartment. And then I also didn't talk to somebody for like 6 years. It was Roms. I didn't talk to Jeff in like 2 years. I didn't talk to Vicky ever. And that was cool of her to come into a guy's apartment, into a room with cameras. So I just wanted to say thanks to everybody who's watched this and who's going to keep watching it. And we're going to have an actual real studio at some point soon. So keep it right here.
Hold on to your butts for that.
That's copyrighted. You can't actually say that.
That's wrong.
Samuel L. Jackson carries a slip of paper around that says you have to, every time you say hold on to your butts, you have to pay like 30 cents.
No.
So, Ryan, who's this? Welcome everybody.
That's me.
Okay,
'Cause we had,
we
We had like 7 viewers.
you can pander to that.
I'm just. You know what?
I'm having a
Just trying-
beer
Trying to engage the audience.
because this is 25 episodes, and I feel like I'm celebrating. So, that's a Samuel Adams. Please endorse me. Winter Lager over there. I've got the original. How does that taste, by the way?
Good. I like it.
Yeah?
More than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, that the old Fezziwig's kind of a jump in that's like a next level thing. You need to work your way up to that. There was also a chocolate beer, but I drank both of them already.
Dude, I've had a chocolate beer before one time, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it's called Chocolate Bach, I think, and it just has a big chocolate bar on the front of it with a bite out of it.
I've had like my first like beer, like fancy beer, just last week actually.
What was it?
With my buddy, we had like 3 or 4 different ones. The one I liked the most was Dogfish Head. Something.
I've had that.
Did you go to a tap house or something?
No, we went to Green Dragon.
Oh, Green. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, he had one beer it's $10 a beer,
Ugh.
and it was good, but I'm not gonna.
Must be a micro.
It wasn't $10 good.
It wasn't $10. $10 gets me like 18 of my shit. So
Keystone.
yeah,
Remember drinking that shit in high school?
dude, I the
Probably shouldn't say
the
that.
most party beer I've had is probably like Hams.
What the hell is that?
It's cheap.
Exactly.
I've never even heard of it.
It's cheap.
Oh wow, Hams?
Yeah. Do you remember? I'm sure you remember Rob Easterson.
Yes.
He brought that around us. Hams and Rolling Rock.
Rolling Rock, I've
Yeah.
definitely had. That's like a ale. It's a very pale, not pale ale, but it's very
Water.
watery. Isn't it? Yeah.
It's cheap.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what you can afford at that time. I mean,
Plus, it gets you
and-
drunk.
why did it group those two people together? Lubinsky and Carter there.
Hi, Zach.
Maybe they joined at the exact same time. They clicked on that live link.
Zach's at my work right now.
Is he?
You guys work together, right?
Well, he
Yeah.
works in Green Bay. But,
Ryan guy sounds like a bish.
But
Called out.
dude,
I was gonna.
honestly, we're
Damn
gonna
it.
fight.
I was gonna wear my Tosetta Blaze shirt.
You should have.
I think it's in the laundry.
I almost wore my Seeking the Hollow shirt.
Whoa.
That band was way better.
Dude, I think it was you who said that band sucks when I wore it one time, and I'm like, damn. I wore it out that. No, I have a picture where I'm doing the peace sign. It says support local music, and I've got my pants open. You can see my underwear. I'm like, fuck it, who cares? And it wasn't intentional. I did it because I was too lazy to button them up at the time, and I'm like, I'm gonna post this on Facebook, and then I posted it with it. My fucking underwear showing,
Yeah,
my
band
fly,
shirt on, though.
everything was showing, and I'm just like, fuck it, who cares?
As long as you had a band shirt on.
But what
It was a band shirt, yeah, and it was in my bathroom too. So like the toilet's
what kind
like
of underwear was it?
we could dig for the photo, but like it might be either I think they were red.
Well, I mean, like, were you wearing briefs, boxers?
Oh, it's
like-
always boxers.
Oh, see, that then doesn't matter that much.
Dude,
like,
I
it's
keep
just
seeing
boxers.
guys that are like a couple years older than me. They're going back to briefs. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Dude, boxer briefs, man.
Boxer briefs?
That's where I'm at.
Really?
He's in the transitional phase.
Training. It's like a training
I won't
bra
go
for dudes.
briefs, but they're not too tight. They're not
Too loose.
too loose.
Dude, there's something good. I don't know why,
happy
but
medium.
there's something really nice about putting on a pair of really loose boxers. I don't know why.
I don't like that.
Like you get into
Too much
bed.
flopping around.
Dude.
I like keeping the snake in the cage. You know?
Well, like on Seinfeld, he goes, "My boys need a house," and he does that with his hand.
They need to
Dude.
sit.
They need to be corralled. Well, dude, like if
Caressed.
girls can't talk, if the girls can talk about their tits being like anchored down by bras, like we can talk about our balls flopping around. We're all dudes here.
We all look at our phone to see if anyone is in the
Like,
chat. Like, right?
There's a lot of girls.
4 or 5. The last 6 people that joined are females. So.
There's a dude weird. I don't know why, but a lot of girls watch this. I don't know why, but a lot of girls do watch this, and I'm very grateful. Don't get me wrong, but don't know why you would watch this. This is one of the most vulgar things we can do. You said this is the most uncensored thing you've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
That's because we say everything.
Yeah.
I just say we can't say racial slurs because I can't defend it.
Yeah.
Although, and I'm going to say this again because I like saying it every episode. I said, you can't say black people suck because that's your opinion. But if you want to say, I think black people suck, I would let you get away with that because it's like, oh, maybe you just think that. That's fine.
Did you see the whole Liam Neeson thing going on?
No, what?
Oh, you didn't? Oh, my God, dude.
He
Bring it up.
He can tell you exactly what it was.
he was in an interview, and like people are going nuts because that's just what we do now.
Yeah.
But he essentially said at one point in his life, and he knows it's wrong now, and all this stuff. Like it was a family member or a family friend or something along those lines. I think it was abducted or raped or something like that.
Yeah, it was, it was close family members.
Yeah, and,
or
like-
was raped.
He straight admitted that like he just went into like a psycho mode, and it was by someone of color, and admitted that he went out just looking for someone of color to go.
He said he walked the streets
That's
for a
all.
week straight looking for a guy to step in the wrong place.
God.
And he said in his interview, like, I know I'm wrong, but like,
He said eventually one day I was just like, what the fuck am I doing?
yeah. So he
He
came
snapped out
out
of it pretty quick.
He came out saying that
He
like,
says, I'm like ashamed of it now.
yeah, but
yeah.
everybody's going nuts because like, you know how clickbait is. All the things just say Liam Neeson admits to wanting to
Kill.
harm a black
Yeah.
person or something like that. So then you see all the comments of like Karen at home getting really mad at Liam Neeson, like, I'm never gonna watch his movies again and stuff. But like the article is him saying a really long time ago.
Yeah.
I said this a really
Like-
long time ago.
Like he's owning up to this.
yeah.
I guarantee you, was this today?
No, it was
No.
yesterday.
Now watch, you're
ago.
gonna sadly see like all these things like Warner Brothers severs ties with Liam Neeson.
I don't
shit.
think that's going to happen.
No,
I think the
Okay.
way he said it, he was really like classy about saying like he was kind of saying it as like a lesson, like it's wrong and I know I'm wrong and I was in a situation of being wrong type of deal.
Yeah, like
He's not just like saying right now, like, I'm gonna go kill someone.
I just got a notification that said you added to your story, but I see both your hands up here. I don't know how you just did that. That's okay. That's so messed up though. Like, I really hope people give that video a chance and see the fact that like it's from years ago and that it was an incident that happened. One of my favorite podcasters and comedians, his name is Theo Vaughn, and he admits sometimes, he goes, black people scare me. He goes, why is that? Well, I lived in southern Louisiana, so they were like just coming out of the civil rights movement, like late, real late, and he grew up in the 80s, and he got beat up by a lot of black people a lot because they're in the South, and he was white. So, like, he got victimized a lot and, like, fucked up. So, like, he said that in front of other black people, and they're like, like, I get why you might be a little bit afraid. It's just like anything else. If I got beaten up, if I got attacked by, like, a flock of birds, to this day, I still don't really like birds. But, like...
I've had that happen.
Yeah, really?
It's pretty scary.
Oh, my God. Like a flock?
It was a flock for me, but it was like...
Was it like a gander?
It was like
or
three
like
of
a
them.
harem?
I don't know. I was helping my dad at he worked at apartments, and I was just walking. There must have been babies around or something.
Oh, no.
But I was like walking, and one bird like swooped me, and I like was
sorry,
like,
that's
"What the
probably
heck
really
was
bad.
that?" And then it was like a combination of three of them dive bombing me until I ran away.
Oh, my God. Did I fuck... How old were you? Like 3, you said?
No,
Dude,
I wasn't that young. I was
What was like Red Winged Blackbirds or something?
I don't know. It would have been middle
Grackles.
school.
Those fuckers will attack you.
I was scared. If I was Ozzy, I would have grabbed one and bit its head off.
Dude, my dog attacked a bunch of robins when I was really young, and like they were laying on the ground, but they weren't dead. They were kind of like, flopping around. I remember like picking them up and shit, and like one's wing is like hanging off and shit,
Salmonella.
and then all of a sudden like the birds start swooping around and shit, and like they're just too fast.
Yeah.
That's why they're scary. What is this?
Birds are scary.
Seagulls and Canadian
Seagulls
geese are
and
the
Canadian
worst.
geese. There's a video of a guy trying to walk into his office, and this goose won't leave him alone, and the goose keeps like stretching his wings out like this and running at him. Like on frisbee golf courses,
Just kick it. Just kick the fucking goose.
If you don't hit it though, that neck will go past your leg, and those little
to the
tiny
balls.
razor teeth, balls or leg, you don't want to get bit by
Unless-
a fucking bird.
Unless you have briefs on.
They'll be protected.
they'll be lifted up a little more.
They'll be hidden.
Yeah, they're fucking evil.
Hey, is it true that seagulls explode if you give them like whatever it is?
Oh, Mentos and Coke?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, that's fake news.
there's a
man.
video of like this guy mixed.
I thought it was like
something-
aspirin
or Pop Rocks and Coke or
bird
something.
laxatives or something.
I thought it was
Oh.
like aspirin or something.
Oh, I have no idea.
There's a video of a guy putting like something in bird feed, and he puts it at like Santa Monica Beach, and like it's like 20 minutes later, you see people
they're
are
just
running
dro-
with
I've
like
seen that.
doing
Shitting over it,
this,
yeah.
and like there's like they like show parked cars and they're just drenched.
I think
Alka-Seltzer.
that's pretty funny.
Alka-Seltzer, is that the exploding?
That's like Pepto-Bismol, but like the
They
generic.
can't fart, so they just explode. Exploding birds with Alka-Seltzer. Dude, I like that people know so much about exploding birds.
Speaking
Dude,
of Ozzy and the bats, didn't I just see like recently a Funko Pop get made with Ozzy
Yeah.
holding a bat with its head?
yeah, it's the anniversary. It's like
Yeah.
the 25th anniversary or something. Put in the chat about saying that if you ask us anything, it doesn't have to be related to the podcast, because that we had fun with that last time. Somebody was like, "Can you marry a dead person or some shit?"
Yeah, let's
or
get people-
somebody said that.
Get people involved on this.
There's
bad
been
boy.
more and more people involved in this stuff. Like, I feel like because like this is like something that reaches so many people that when they feel like they're involved, they feel like you get like that little window of fame
Dude,
or something.
I hop on live chats just to like throw something in there real quick and hear the shout out. So like,
Makes you feel good, doesn't
yeah.
it?
So yeah,
The
let's
little
get,
endorphin rush.
let's get the people. Let's
It's
get the
time
people
for our
involved
AMA.
here.
Dude, also, you've been in this chat before
I have.
for other shows.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, you and Zach would talk to each other in the chats. I would enjoy that.
Hi, Zach.
I should ask you about your band stuff, your music stuff. You're a music person.
Yeah, I'm not really doing a lot.
Oh.
To be honest with you, I have.
Let's move on.
I have probably like 5 tracks that I've been working on, but I've been working on them so long that every time I go back and go to finish it, my music like style has changed a little bit, and
You're
then I
just like-
rewrite it, and then I rewrite it, and then I rewrite it, and I've just had 5 tracks sitting there
You're never satisfied with them.
no, and I've had them sitting there for like almost 2 years now, and I just have never released them. But someday soon, I'm talking to a couple guys, and we just want to do an internet thing. Like we don't want to focus on playing shows, just like make music and release it, so we have a way to listen to it and have people listen to it. And then if it grows, we'll play it. But
That's the move, though, isn't it? Like that's a good move because like
smooth way.
people are so busy. It would be so hard to make a band, especially since you're 26.
26.
Yeah, like to find a couple of guys your age willing to do that. I'm surprised we're doing this. I'm not surprised at you. I'm just saying like you find 2 guys who are willing to do this committed every week.
Right, that have the schedule. to be able to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah. And then like take you and then throw music in there and like a band format and shit, and then to make like a tour. The move is to collaborate on your free time, produce something, and then just shove it out there.
Yeah.
Don't perform it.
I mean, if people like it, then whatever. But
Yeah, like if it gets big enough, then you all decide to take off
It's
work
just-
and you practice, and then you get to go play it. you know?
I just want to get it out there because I've been working on it for so long that I feel bad that all my creativity has been sitting on a computer for like 2 years and nobody's heard it at all.
You know what you should do is give you. How about this? Put one song out by the time all the snow has melted.
I mean, I could do that.
Yeah, one, just one.
I could do it. The
That's
problem
all
is,
you got to do.
I don't know how to master at all.
Okay.
So
Hi.
yeah, I would need like Caleb's help or something for sure. But yeah,
Easy.
How many bands have you been in? And I'm not saying like collaborated with. I'm talking like how many.
I've done a
Yeah.
few projects. I mean, well, Asylum, Seeking the Hollows, and Set Ablaze is all kind of one.
You can count them as 3 different things, though.
3?
They all have individual releases with different lineups.
Okay, so if we're talking individual releases, different lineups, wow. Set Ablaze had. Okay, so let's say those 3, which are kind of a family of a band. I did Eviscerist, which did 1 release.
Oh, they did like singles,
2 singles, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which still get played on 96.9 once in a while.
Right.
Or they? No, I don't know anymore, but they used to.
Really?
Me and Jared were hanging out one time, and we heard it on the radio. We're like, "Is this to Set Ablaze?" No, it's fucking Eviscerist. Holy shit!
And then I was working with Caleb for a while with that, but you guys didn't release anything yet, did you?
No, we're still working on it because
yeah.
Travis been going through some shit,
Yeah.
and yeah, he hasn't been able to get down here. But
Where's that CD?
I moved it over there on the windowsill. But Ryan,
Hey, can I answer 2 questions?
yeah, absolutely, yeah,
Well, they're
Ryan.
not questions.
What about your photography that you got going on there?
Photography.
That seems to be some nice, some cool skills you got working up there.
Okay, so that's been like my main passion, not music. It's been that stuff. I don't have a page yet, but I'm working on it. I've got a really big project, which you've kind of heard about.
I've heard you looking for people for that.
so-
I have green eyes.
Yeah, I can use you. And that's, I think when I finish this project, that's what's going to be the first thing that goes on my page because I want to release something big.
To show what you got.
Yeah, so I'm taking 30 subjects, getting pictures of all their eyes, above the nose, above the eyebrows, just their eyes, no other facial features. And then I have like a zoom lens with a cap that goes on it that magnifies, that gets really far in on the iris, and then it's going to be all those eyes. And it's going to shift from all the blue eyes into the grays, into the greens, into the,
Like
a
a
whole color.
gradient.
Yeah, a whole color spectrum.
That's awesome.
Where it's all going to be centered around the pupil, and it's going to crossfade, so just the colors of the eyes change from person to person.
Yeah.
I want to make it about 30 seconds. I'm going to be working with my buddy Keegan, who's in Bottom of the Lake. You met
Dakota. Yeah.
Keegan's the guitar player, and he's going to sit down with me, and we're going to record the music for it. And it's going to be about a 30-second clip, and I think that's what I'm going to start my photography page with. And then I've got probably about 15 or 20 pictures that I have edited already that I'm waiting to release after that.
We have,
So,
a question about your gear. What model of camera do you shoot with?
I have the T6, Rebel T6, and then I just got the 50 millimeter lens, the 1.4.
Oh, is that for shooting longer distances or closer?
1.4 is like perfect for what's the word?
Portraits?
Portraits.
Like sitting, someone sitting in a chair.
Me to you, it'll like blur out everything around you really good. Like portrait mode on
Yeah,
the new iPhone.
yeah.
But it's not like a software powered portrait mode.
It's a high variance lens.
Yeah, and I use that, and then I like to do a lot of landscape, whatever. And I have a 24 millimeter for that, and it's like just a really small lens, but it doesn't have a lot of that where it'll blur stuff out. It'll fit everything in the picture. So I use those two.
There you go.
The Canon fam.
Canon fam, what's up, girl?
That's such a great camera. We had another question in here. Something about tell the train of riding this.
Tell the story of riding the train. By Mick.
Okay. Hi, Mick. So
He also called you a sexy man.
you are more sexy.
His mustache is sexy.
Dude, honestly. So we had this little Super Bowl get together, and Mick brought rum, not knowing that rum is kind of like my weakness.
Trigger. Okay.
Yeah, my kryptonite. And so my plan, let's have a chill night, right? I have one glass of rum and Coke.
Yeah.
Game over. So I just start hitting it. I'm going. Super Bowl ends, and we're like, hey, we're going to go see one of our buddies. So we're driving out. We're going through Van Dyne because we're trying to get to Margell's because there's a train. So we get there, and the train is stopped, not working. So we're in Van Dyne on a road in the middle of nowhere. Train's not working. We sat outside for probably about 10 or 15 minutes just drinking beer, waiting for it to go. And then it starts going, and I was just feeling real good, so I decided to run up with a beer in hand and
Oh my god.
hop on the train. I got it on video. It was
Dude,
cool.
one of my relatives lost an arm that
Yeah, I
way.
could have died, but
He was drunk, so whatever.
Yeah.
Do you know the part where Simba says, "I laugh in the face of danger"?
Yes.
That's kind of what I was.
Is that what
thinking.
you screamed as you beat your chest hanging off the train?
Yeah. It was. Hey, I did it one-handed too. 'Cause I had one beer in this hand, and then
Yeah.
I jumped on the train with this hand.
Oh my god, dude, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like,
How
have
long,
you?
did you ride it?
Not very long. I thought I was on it for a long time, but I looked back at the video, and it was like 5 seconds.
It's like 5 minutes in your mind.
Christ. Yeah, no kidding. It was like all your time was distorted.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what was I saying earlier about? You said something about the rum.
Rum.
Like rum's your kryptonite, and I was gonna
Yeah.
say why? Because it puts you on your knees.
Dude, no.
Oh, anyway, use any photo editing programs. Looking at a Nikon over here.
Nice. I like Nikons. The only reason I went with a Canon was because I wanted to do a lot of video, and I feel like Nikons have kind of a colder video. Like they don't feel as warm, but Nikons are super fresh for point and shoot. Editing programs, I have a subscription for Lightroom and Photoshop.
I've heard of
So,
Lightroom.
I like Lightroom a lot. It's super fresh. But Photoshop, if you really want to, dig in and
Photoshop's great.
and adjust people's smooth their skin and all that stuff, you need Lightroom for that. So
Yeah, this project that you were working on with eyes, and I was like, oh, I'll be able to actually, because I have green eyes indoors, but if it's natural sunlight, I have yellow eyes, I
Yeah.
have hazel eyes. So I'm like, people have always told me I have nice eyes, so I'm like, well, I don't think so, but I think they're weird. But if I can help, that'd be cool. That'd be fun
No,
to be
for
like,
sure.
these eyes belong to a podcast.
I actually just did my first.
Made
two.
me uncomfortable just saying it. Sounds so douchey.
I just did my first two the other night. I did Stephanie and Charlie. So
Really?
yeah,
Huh. Nice.
and Charlie's actually got under the light box. He's got, which surprised me, like a really almost deep blue and green. And I always thought Charlie just had blue eyes or something
Yeah,
like that, but he's
yeah.
got some really intense eyes.
Huh. Maybe that's why he's married.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, and I was gonna say, would you ever look at a dude's eyes
Not really, yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna
you
say,
know.
what the hell? No guy does that really until you actually decide to do it.
Yeah.
But you look at a chick's eyes because that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to
That's
stare at
always
her
the
chest.
first thing I noticed.
The eyes.
Eyes and lips.
I wish I was had that ability. I don't look anywhere near their face the first time I see somebody. But that's my problem. Lightroom is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're asking you about like you know. Well, I think the first time we had people ask questions, they were asking like, "What's the? Could you or how? One of them was like, "How would you execute the perfect kill?"
Wow.
It's like, "Don't get caught." Remember that? Was that like with Ben or something?
I don't remember that one.
Can we ask questions back?
Yeah.
Do it, man.
What kind of camera do you use?
I'm assuming she uses a Canon.
She Canon, but like what you know?
What you got over there?
She was the photographer at
Charlie's wedding, right?
Charlie's wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty sure she's married too.
I think I follow
Fucking
her. I think I
rubbing
follow
your
your
hands.
photography page, and if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's very nice.
Man, nice.
I was gonna ask you a question actually.
So
And your input is, of course, requested, and everybody else's input, because this is a public challenge.
This is a group.
Hit that music for the public challenge. So, several people have mentioned how this podcast, the name Weekend Adrenaline, which I came up with in the shower, doesn't make any sense because we do this on Wednesdays.
That's the show.
And yeah, and that's every time I've said, I'm like, fuck you, come up with a better name. And then I thought about it. I'm like, well, why don't you come up with a better name? I'm like, I'm issuing this to everybody. If you can come up with a better name than this, and if I use it, I will give you $50.
Oh no, I was gonna say you should submit your names. And we'll pick the best 4 and put it up for a poll,
Oh no,
and then take their input into
okay,
account.
that's fine. But I might not pick any of them because if I don't like them, I'm not going to do it.
All right.
Because
Why don't you just pick the ones you do like and put them in a poll?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But even if I don't like any of those,
just put a disclaimer that says we may not pick any because
yeah,
we may
because
decide
fuck you.
we're not going to.
Because this is like one of the. I've Googled this 100 times and I can't find anything else that has that name.
Yeah.
I Google it like once every couple of days just to see if
You know,
like,
you know
if
why
someone
it's
else
called Weekend
picked it.
Adrenaline? Sheep out there, sheeple. Listen, Baba. We're prepping you for the weekend, all right? We're giving you all this useful information and life tips to go out to the bar and have fun, impress your friends, okay? Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I got this because I got excited for the weekend, and I was in the showers Thursday night, and I'm like, oh man, tomorrow night I'm gonna go out with my friends. You know, might hit on some girls. Who knows? Anything can happen.
I like the name. Man.
Also,
Thank you.
Update from Kia. She has a Kaya, my
I don't know
bad,
either.
my B. A Canon 6D and a Canon 50D or 5. I don't know if that's supposed to be said that way, but and then 2 L series lenses.
She's gonna be. Oh, Mac and Jared's wedding too. Cool. I will be there.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be there because I didn't get an invitation.
Here we go.
And then I asked Mackenzie like live on air. I think if I got an invitation, she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No, I didn't."
Oh, I don't. I'm showing up. I don't.
just showing up.
Okay.
Give me my
All right.
plus one.
I like the balls on you.
I think I've Jared and I have known each other long enough that I don't need an invitation.
You know, before I like really got to know everybody here, like all you guys, I thought you were Jared,
Really?
and I thought Jared was you. Like when I would see your Facebooks pop up before we were friends, I didn't know. I thought you were Jared.
Jared's got pretty eyes too.
I did say it right. Thank you, Kia. Boom.
Kia.
See, I like the car.
See ya in a Kia. Oh,
That's a unique name.
and unsubscribed. Oh,
like,
come on, that's in the fucking commercial. You like that name?
I like unique names for sure.
Unique names.
Yeah.
Well, my real name isn't Mitch.
What is it?
Mitchell.
Oh yeah, that's actually true. But yeah, I just wanted to say because like some people keep asking me, they're like, you don't do it on weekends. Why the hell is it called weekend? It's like fuck you, dude. This is my Thursday tonight anyway. This is my Thursday.
Well, I mean, I don't
Same.
work tomorrow. Is that my weekend
Yes.
See?
Well, do you work Friday though?
for 2 hours?
Weekend is relative.
What do you do for 2 hours?
I'm just part time there
Put
before
your
I
feet
switch
up.
jobs. So yeah, like
yeah, I
nothing.
heard you got a new job.
Nothing
Yeah.
is real. Everything is possible.
Yeah, I did.
Do you want to talk about it?
Sure. It's so I actually had like a thing where I accepted a job and then I got a job offer 2 days before the job I accepted. So I kind of had like 2 jobs for like a day until I quit the new one. But it's I work with disabled youth I go to Beaver Dam. I essentially pick them up. It's like I was going to go into therapy for kids, but I chose this instead because it's less, like, I guess it's less strict because I'm not doing therapy for them. It's more of a guidance thing. I'll pick them up from school. Their school gets done at noon because, they have disabilities, kind of different. And I'll, like, take them shopping and teach them how to manage, shopping lists. I'll help them with their homework. I'll show them how to wash dishes, put laundry away, all kinds of stuff like that. I'll take them out to go do fun things. So it's kind of like the job I used to have, but more of an individual basis, where the job I used to have was like a classroom basis, where I had 8 to 10 people in the same room at the same time doing developmental tasks and stuff like that, where this is more one-on-one. So, and then, yeah, we'll be doing that every day.
That's awesome.
So,
And, like, I think I've seen people, like, doing that around town. Like, they'll be walking around with special needs and disabled people, and, like,
yeah, where I used to
just
work does that a lot. Like, they'll take them to Walmart, to the Subway, to, like, play bingo and stuff. That's where I used to work. So every once in a while they do like outings and take them out and do stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and, like, that's really cool because, like, I feel like that takes a level of patience.
oh, yeah.
And, like, if I thought about it, I don't know if I could do it. Like, also just because, like, I personally, like, it hurts to see that.
Yeah.
And I can't, like, it hurts my heart to the point where it's like I gotta, like, I can't be around it.
I mean, I was conditioned to it because my sister's
Yeah.
disabled. So
Yeah.
I just grew up doing it, like taking care of it. I'm actually legally her guardian with equal rights.
yeah?
So my parents had to go to court and everything. So,
Like, did you have to from her parents or your
like,
parents or
yeah,
like,
my parents essentially took me to court. Not bad, take me to court.
Yeah, I was gonna
they took me
say.
to court and have me sign off and like
Okay.
had a judge meet me and say that I can
You're also like a guardian.
I can handle
third guardian.
Yeah, so like if she goes, like it's all the way down to T. Like if she goes to the hospital and they need to decide, do we hook her up to this machine? Do we do this? Do we give her that? If they can't get a hold of my parents, I have equal rights to make all those decisions
Okay.
and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I got conditioned to it growing up, so it's just like second nature for me. So like I feel weird if I'm out and about and I see stuff like that happening and I can't like jump in because it's just I don't know. I feel like that's just what I'm supposed to be doing with my life pretty much. So.
wow.
I'm doing that, and then I'm going to be going back to school for. I'll be doing some like disability stuff like that. I'm trying to get a degree so I can do actual therapy with kids with disabilities, and just to get a therapist is like 7 years by itself. So,
Oh my god.
yeah,
That's a master's then?
I think.
Well, it's
Probably
like
a doctorate.
Because a lot of them get doctorates. So,
okay.
Um,
7 years for a doctorate.
But I think the 7 years one, because doctorate's longer than that.
Well,
doctorate's
doctorate
usually
is
just
10.
8. No, it's
Yeah.
like 8 usually.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So
I thought master's was 8.
No, it's 12.
So yeah, I don't know.
know anything.
Because to get a master's degree, you have to get a doctorate first.
Look
and then
that
it's
up.
another 4 years for a master's.
Look that up.
That's in my brain.
Well, god damn it.
But yeah, I have to look into it because I'll have to go for it because it's a very specific job position with young kids with disabilities doing therapy. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
But you're probably just gonna take right to it.
Yeah.
Because you said you grown up with it, and
Yeah.
like you just said to me, you feel like that's what you should be doing, and now you're doing it. Like that's so important. Like there's this motivational speaker named Gary Vee. I'm sure you've heard of him. Maybe not.
Gary Vee?
Gary Vee. Gary Vaynerchuk. He's a motivational speaker, but he's also a he's an entrepreneur. He's one of those people that he does motivational speaking, but he curses. So he's like, you have like if you come up to somebody and like there's so many videos of people coming up to him and saying like, man, I'm just worried, and he goes, how old are you? He's like, what? He's like, how fucking old are you? And he's like, I'm like 22. He says, you have all the fucking time in the world. You can fuck up 100 million times. You can fuck up for 20 years yet, and you'll still be okay.
Yeah.
And he swears, so like he's down to earth. And he said one of his things was like, he says, think of something you want to do every day, all day, and then quit your job and go do that. That's what you're supposed to be doing with your life. And like if I did that, dude, that'd be a lot of like video games and soda. So like And to fuel that, I'd have to. Well, dude, to be honest, if I want to do something, I want to do this. But like, I can't
With other stuff mixed in.
do this. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't do this every day for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Dude,
You can do
I'd
it for
throw
like
up.
4 hours.
4 hours. Yeah.
2 hour intervals. Split up.
Opie and Anthony, their show was 4 hours long.
I was gonna say you could just do 2 hour
3.
segments split up. There you go.
Yeah, they would do like he would come in at noon, and he'd work he'd work from like 4 to 8 p.m.
Boom.
That was it. And all he would do, he was a shock jock. He would just say outrageous things, and then he'd leave. Like, if I could do that, that'd be great. But like for you, at least you have something normal. Mm-hmm. I wanna fucking game all day.
Same, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's the dream.
Dude, well, yeah, but like, okay, I'm gonna. Do you want to say anything else about your career?
No.
Because I don't want to steamroll you.
Steamroll me.
I'm not gonna steamroll you. That's like one of those fat fetish things where like they have chicks sit on you. No, I'm gonna give that a love react because that's what I want to do. Fine, you can give that a like. I'm gonna give that a love. No, but dude, for real, like when I saw that on Facebook that you got a different job, the first thing I think of when someone gets a new job, I was like, God, I hope it pays well. And like at the same time, I'm like, you're when I think of responsible people in life, you know who weirdly I think of first? Jared Sonnenfeld.
Yeah.
I think of him being as the most responsible person I know because I've seen his bank statements. Just say that.
He bought his car with cash.
Yeah, was that the one that burst into flames, or was that?
That was
Mackenzie's.
hers, yeah.
Okay, thank God everyone's safe, by the way. But I thought that was his, and I'm like, holy shit! Like the inside of it's like all melting and dripping. I'm like, ugh. But and then I think of you because you have a house, and you had a trailer, and I love that trailer, by the way.
That was fun.
When I walked in and I saw that fucking TV like hanging off the ceiling, I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I know it's not a big deal, might not be a big deal to you, but like I've never seen that before. So,
Yeah.
And then all the cool parties that we had there, I'm sure we'll have just as many at your new place, but that was a cool place.
Yeah.
And you had a place like that when you were pretty young. Like I'm 28 and I've got an apartment, so like I respect that. And like when I saw that you had a new job, and I'm like, well, I wonder how much that pays. But then like, who gives a shit? Like you're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like you could get paid less and less and less, like, and you'll just make it work because you have. I've seen you make things work before, and you always have maintained a positive attitude for it. Like I get very frustrated easily at certain things. Some things I don't get mad about at all. Sometimes I'll just explode at things. But you've always maintained like a super even keel about pretty much everything. And I've seen you go through bad times. And I've seen you going through great times. But you've always maintained a steady head about it. I like that. Steamroll time.
All right.
Root and toot and cowboy shoot. Is that from Red Dead?
It's Rootin' Tootin' Cowboy Shooting Simulator.
Yeah, she's playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, right. Yeehaw. Yeah, I put that game down recently because I'm done with it. Like, I'm not fed up with it.
Did you
I'm
100% it?
No.
And you're not done with it.
Honestly, I played that for only a couple hours. And
Really?
I could not get into it.
Oh, no.
Did you play the first one?
Yeah, I love the first one. It just felt so slow to me.
Oh, yeah.
It's
But,
a lot
like,
of, it's a lot of setup.
It's authentically slow.
Lots of setup.
Yeah, I mean, the games I've been playing, I've been so stuck on, like, because I've been playing, like, I've been on a bit where, like, I'll play when I'm like, I got a quick hour to kill, so I'll sit down and play something real fast-paced, or, like, I'll pop out one mission in real-time strategy or something like that, so, like, it's like that. But, like, Red Dead, you don't get a lot done in 1 hour in Red Dead.
No.
I went to
a
the
side
store,
mission.
upgraded my gun, pet my horse.
All of a sudden, it's like, shit, I gotta go.
Yeah, it's been 55 minutes. It's time to leave.
Man,
Yeah, dude, I spent like 3 hours getting all my weapons
yeah.
set up how I wanted it.
I upgraded my gun. I pet my horse. 55 minutes has gone by.
Dude, I feel so bad whenever my horse would like get hurt or something.
Or like when you push it too hard, and it's like,
Don't play the last level then.
Dude,
Ooh, sorry, spoiler. It's not good.
I punched my horse on accident once, and I wanted to-
probably ran away.
Did it kick you?
Oh, dude, that
Oh,
kicked me,
you
yeah.
go. It kicks you in the chin and you backflip.
And then you
Anyone
die.
playing Spyro? Okay. I'm going to speak into the camera when I talk to people. Yes, I did. I platinumed the first Spyro. And I never played 2 or 3 when I was growing up. But I platinumed Spyro 1, no guide. I also played a little bit of the second one. I could not believe how stupid it was. You have to pay the gems to learn how to swim? You're a dragon. Why are you underwater? Remember when Smog went underwater? He was dead.
Didn't work.
Anyways, getting really angry about this. And then in 3, you're skateboarding, I think. So I'm like, what the hell is this shit? And I understand it's a game from like 2000 and... No, it's from like 1999. Like the first 3 came out from 98 to 2000, I think. And I never played the second 2, so I can't appreciate the graphical change. But like the change from 1 to the new one, holy cow. Like PS1 to PS4, wow. And I did get it on PS4 because I was going to get it on Xbox One, but I thought I should have the original controls. It belongs home on the PlayStation. Okay, so yeah, we got a bunch of comments here. Spyro, I played Red Dead Redemption 2 solid for a single playthrough and played all the Spyro remakes. Okay, well, good for you for making it through the other 2. Yes, Kingdom Hearts 3. Too busy playing Kingdom Hearts 3.
Can I say something here?
Go ahead.
I've never played any Kingdom Hearts.
I'm
neither.
right with you, brother.
Really?
Wow, it's a trifecta.
Wow, this is very
Damn.
The
weird.
Triforce. That's from a real game.
Yeah.
Every time I say that, I get like... I say it and like people act like I just slapped their kid in front of them and then picked up some dirt and threw it in their face and
I was too busy-
knocked the little cart they're in over.
I was too busy speedrunning the
Cart?
original Mario.
Why are they in a cart? What is this, Poland?
Well,
That's funny.
I was too busy speedrunning the original Mario Brothers over and over again when I was growing up. Like,
I mean, I get it's got like a cult following, but I just everybody's like, dude, you have to play it. I'm like, I don't think I would like it.
Dude,
it's like,
I don't
dude,
know.
I don't really have to play it actually.
A cult following to me is like a select group of people. Dude, there's a lot of people in the Kingdom Hearts.
Honestly,
it's achieved mainstream success.
All Kingdom Hearts is
Oh, careful. We got some fans that might abandon us here.
this is just my take. I've never played it. I know how it works.
Okay.
All it is Disney Pokemon.
Whoa.
Like literally, because it's an RPG turn-based. I think for their early ones, maybe I don't know if they turn hack and
I
slash,
think
but
they're
I'm
like
pretty
hack and slash now.
they're now,
Aren't
but yeah, they used
they?
to be
Yeah, the Keyblade,
they're
yeah.
turn-based. You build the team, you level them up, and you take on stuff. It's Pokemon except Disney stuff and Final
Kingdom
Fantasy
Hearts.
stuff.
Kingdom Hearts.
Hearts.
I hope a 13-year wait was worth it.
Because the guy in
laughing. Because like
the guy in the station next to me at work has been playing it. He says it's really good. It sounds really good with all the different
Sure it
places you get to
is.
go. Yeah, I'm
Sure
like,
it
that sounds
is.
interesting. He's like, yeah, I just hung out with Johnny Depp and the Pirates of the
Well,
Caribbean.
and they like sprinkle in Final Fantasy characters.
Well, yeah,
and stuff,
like,
I think.
it's a
I thought the
combination.
main character was from Final Fantasy
main,
with
like,
how he looks.
bad guy I know.
Is Sephiroth.
It was never
from
turn-based.
7, yeah.
Well, you know what? I never played the game.
I've never I've played like 2
Might be.
Final Fantasies.
Sorry, Taylor.
Sorry.
It's never been turn-based.
Final Fantasy's been turn-based,
It's
so
Disney's
bite me.
version of Final Fantasy.
Which Final Fantasy is just a souped-up Pokemon.
I think it's actually Disney's version of God of War because it's a hack and slash.
Have you ever played the original God of Wars?
Oh, I played 'em all,
Hell
dude.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Those were so good. I played the first couple God of Wars and then the new one. And then the new one was so awesome. It made me go back and play them again. The old ones, the one where it's like top down or whatever.
I kind of like the hack and slash ones a little bit more.
Yeah,
than the newest
it's
one.
a different vibe. It's a different feel. And I'm so happy the combat was good in the new one because I thought it
Combat
wasn't
was
going to
sick.
work.
Yeah, the combat was cool.
I just watched a trailer I watched a 6-minute video of Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, of the new Xbox, or it's the new Souls game. It's going to be Souls game like Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
Oh.
These guys have finished both series and now they're making a new one. The post. Oh, I just happen to have a poster for it right here.
Bada bing, bada boom. He's got a poster in his room.
Holy shit. Yeah.
That's not even close to on camera. There we go. That's a little bit better.
Well, that's how it is. They've been sitting in here for a long time. Yeah, I want to see how that worked. Probably not.
I just want to put it out there. I have nothing against Kingdom Hearts. I just never
Yeah,
played
there's
it,
people.
so I just
Yeah,
don't
we
care.
went from like 8 to 4 viewers. So something happened.
Rage
I'm gonna
quit.
blame you. Okay, so the turn-based blah blah blah. 3 is definitely the best. What does it say?
3 is definitely the best of them.
Well, yeah, I hope so. They spent 13 fucking years on it. Sorry. Last Guardian took like 25 years, and it came out, and no one bought it. Duke Nukem took like 20 years, and no
That's
one
because
bought
the
it.
game was shit.
I will admit, though, one of the coolest delayed games I've ever played was called Too Human, and it was a PS1 launch title. Got delayed up to almost the end of the 360 life cycle, okay? So I play it, and it's about Norse mythology, but in the future. So you're like robots and guns and shit, and it was super unconventional. Like, to attack, you would use the right stick. You would, like, move in the direction you'd want to swing. It's really weird.
I hate shit like that.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
liked it.
it's like the original
It worked, though.
that fucking zombie game that came out like originally on the 360, where you're in the mall and you have to like what the
Dead Rising.
yeah,
Dead
that
Rising.
game had fucked
With
up
Frank
controls.
West.
Fucked up controls.
The opening of that game is like the coolest opening ever, though.
It's
for-
a cool game, but
for
man, those
Dead
controls
Rising.
are hard to
Rising,
play.
Where you just roll into the city and you have to take pictures of like the chaos going
Uh-huh.
on. That was so
Yeah,
cool.
he was a photographer. He was a news reporter, wasn't
super
he?
cool.
And it just throws you right into it.
There's an
He's basically
there's
Eddie
an-
Brock.
Yeah.
Eddie Brock. I like that movie. Fuck you.
It's good. I like that movie.
I know
too.
you do.
It was good.
Okay, who's this? Stephanie Valenzuela. So you post these on your page when you guys are done. Okay, good question. I post these again, but I post them from YouTube. So when you click on it, it will just open in YouTube rather than open on here because people can't find these videos on here. They're actually in photos.
Yeah, it's
albums,
It's hard to get to videos on Facebook.
It is. So I post them from YouTube. Then I will also, yeah, they're only on YouTube.
It's okay. Though.
Yeah, I will repost on YouTube, and thank you for asking because I will send you a direct video. I'll autograph it, digital signature. But yeah, thanks for that. That's a good question. Anyways, because I've had people come. Yeah,
Where on YouTube is that going?
just type in Weekend Adrenaline.
Okay, there you go.
You'll find it. It's a picture of me hiding behind my microphone.
Perfect.
I gotta finish this thing though. Too Human. Anyways, so the guy who made it is a total asshole, and in real life, because like he would quit interviews early because he didn't feel like he was worth his time.
Oh my God.
So what happened was after a couple of years, Cliff Bleszinski, the guy who made Gears of War, was like, "That looks familiar. I need to check that out." After a very long and lengthy court process, he wins a lawsuit. But instead of requesting money, he said, "I want you to gather every copy that's not sold, and I want you to burn them." Of Too Human. So I bought one right after the lawsuit was settled. I drove to Milwaukee, or no, not Milwaukee, Appleton, because I heard there was a copy at this one game store, and I bought it before they sold it.
That's
so
awesome.
I still have it. And I'm going
nice.
to play it someday, but I'm scared to play it because if it, like, updates, they're going to brick the console or something.
no.
I don't think they will, but... Anyways, yeah, delayed games, though, like, I've played so many games that have been delayed, and they turn out to just be trash.
Days Gone game's been delayed a bunch now.
I want that to be good so
Yeah,
bad
that one
because
too.
the first time I saw it,
it might be a little
looked-
late now. You know, like it might be late because Walking Dead's kind of done.
Ugh.
It's run its course.
I-
Like zombie stuff's starting to get played out,
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2.
and like open. That's nostalgia. Like open world games still popular, but they're starting. They have to keep it fresh.
Okay, so like, but this is like one of the first games that have ever had like mass shootings of zombies.
Oh right.
Like I've never seen that many
That is-
zombies on
yeah,
screen,
that
and
is-
they all react. It's
that
not
is
just like a
cool.
scripted event.
Yeah.
They're all moving independently. Dude, I remember when God of War 2, I think, had the record number of enemies on screen that you could actually hit. It was
Really?
10.
Oh my god.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Dude, I've played games
That you
more
could
than
hit
From
2004.
Yeah.
That you could actually hit and interact with. It
At
could have been
once.
stuff that was like in the background or some shit, but like moving independently with their own AI system, it was like 10. It wasn't very much.
See, what was that game?
You two are cute. You are too cute.
Hi, Jesse.
See what I did
I got
there?
to see Jesse on his birthday. He was part of the reason I jumped on that train.
That was his birthday?
That was his birthday.
I don't check Facebook birthdays anymore. I feel really bad. Happy late birthday, Jesse.
It was good to see you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you for not dying at the train because Ryan was hobo hopping.
Yeah. Spartan Total Warrior.
I was about to mention that had 70 enemies.
That had tons on the screen, and then there's that old, was it Dynasty Warriors?
I think you're right.
Because you can have like your screen starts clipping. You got so many people on there.
Yeah.
But Spartan Total Warrior, I'm surprised you know that game. Like literally,
I remember
no
that
one
game.
does, and that's probably my favorite PlayStation 2
It was
game.
always rented out at PlayStation or at Family Video.
Yeah. So do you want to know how I got my copy?
Yeah.
I rented out from Family Video and didn't give it back.
And they probably charged your dad an arm and a leg.
And then-
They're like, you
and
got a
then-
$47 late
Yeah,
fee,
and then we
sir."
came in and they just charged them the full price of the game. Well, they charged me. I had my own account at the time, but like I couldn't
Really?
find it anywhere. Like every time I called GameStop, they didn't have it, and I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna get it this way then." And
By any means necessary.
yeah, that's my second favorite PS2 game. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3.
Fuck yeah.
Well,
So you love Metal Gear
Yeah,
games.
yeah, that'll probably be my favorite forever.
you haven't played 5 though.
I have.
You finished it?
I looked up the ending.
Okay, so you've seen the game ending. Have you seen the cut ending?
Is that? I don't know. I know the game ending. You find out he's. I don't want to say any spoilers. It doesn't matter. That's old now. You find out like it's the medic or whatever the whole time. So
Yeah.
I don't think I saw a different cut.
The Kojima cut is what I call it. Yes, Hyrule Warriors is similar to Dynasty, so many enemies. Well, yeah, like I remember when Hyrule Warriors came out and everyone thought it was going to be like the new Zelda, and it wasn't. So I've always, God, I gotta get a Switch. Holy shit!
Jesse, I will blow you.
So do you still have long
That's a
hair?
binding contract.
Do you still have long hair or no?
Does he still have long hair?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in forever. So
Long enough to hold.
So there's this
a pull?
the cut ending is the kid Liquid or whatever
Yeah.
who becomes Liquid.
Yeah.
He takes over an island like Lord of the Flies, and Snake goes and fight. You have to fight a kid. You have to like CQC this kid, and Boss gives him a gun with one round in it, and he goes, "Do it," and he like puts it up to his chest, goes, "Do it." I think he puts it up to his head again. He says, "Just do it." And as he's walking away, Liquid pulls out the gun, and he holds it at him, and Snake turns around, stares at him, and then Liquid just starts crying, and then he goes, "Yeah, don't do anything for yourself." Like that one little insult is what
Yeah.
drove him to the events of Metal Gear 1. But they cut that out of the game because remember that whole incident
Yeah.
with him up to the release?
Yeah.
That was That was really shady. Like I still don't know to this day what happened. I don't think he's totally innocent either.
Probably.
Kojima.
I mean, probably not. I feel like if he was totally innocent, he would have had a lot to say about it.
He's also more of a quiet, private guy.
Yeah.
But I follow the director of Skull Island, who's a massive Metal Gear fan, because in the middle, I watched the commentary on Skull Island, and there's a scene where he designed it after the first Metal Gear level, like purposely. And I follow him on Instagram, and today he posted a picture saying, "I have played Death Stranding. The world isn't ready."
Really?
Nice.
So, yeah, Death Stranding, dude. What,
game
what
looks
the
wild.
hell is that? No one knows what it is.
No.
I think what it is based on all the trailers I've seen, is humans have found a way to see death. Like when it comes after you, like let's say you're laying in your bed old and you see death coming at you, and that's when you like start shaking and then you die. Or like let's say you have cancer as a kid or something and you see death coming at you. I feel like people have are able to see death coming at them, or angels, and they wear those things that lets you know where they're nearby. And how it works is like they attach something to you and drain your life force until you die, like the strand. And I think humans have found a way to cut that off and run away and like escape death and live longer. And that's why it's called Death Stranding.
Yeah, what about the baby though?
I don't know. I was gonna say there's the baby. There's Guillermo del Toro in the sewer. There's Mads Mikkelsen in the sewer. There's the whale. There's the oil spill. There's naked Norman Reedus.
I think there's
Who knows what this shit is?
probably a multi-dimensional rift
Yeah.
going on.
Also, when you die, you don't die. You go to a different game. There's a different video game within the game. Like, you go to a different, like, setting.
The fuck.
Yeah. I've read a little bit about
That's
it.
why
but,
I
like,
think it's just like a multi-dimensional, like, shit's probably just getting fucked up.
could you imagine if
They
the
probably
whole thing
opened-
was a ploy to release Metal Gear 6?
Oh my god.
That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah.
They release,
shit my
They
pants.
release all these previews for it, and then when it comes out, they can say Death Stranding on it, and then when you put the disc in, it says downloading Metal Gear Solid 6.
Oh. Like, how many times has Snake... Remember in 5, when Raiden and, like, the whole crowd booed him, and he peeled his face back, and it was Snake, and everybody stood and applauded. This is, like, 2004, and I remember, like, how many times... Why don't they just have Norman Reedus fucking rip his face off, and it's David Hayter again as Snake?
Dude,
and
everybody hated Raiden so hard.
in 2,
Yeah.
in Solid.
Yeah.
Well,
Just because he's a
yeah.
little bitch. Honestly.
Jack and that whole cutscene with Jack and Rose. Oh,
I
made my skin
sat
crawl.
in the Codex so much and just listened to their bullshit, but like I felt it was like my soap opera as a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would tell my mom about it because like I was so into that game. 'Cause that's all I did when I was younger. Because yeah, that's just all I did is play games because that was like my safe place.
That's
you know?
okay.
But like
Safe space.
I would like, yeah, I didn't like being social. I was really anxious a lot when I was super young. But, yeah, like I'd be like hearing it, and like I remember there's one in particular where she talks about going in his room for the first time, and there's no pictures on the wall, and he doesn't have any decorations. He doesn't have like a TV or a phone. It's just like a bed in a room, and how like concerned she was about him and stuff, and because he was listening in on a conversation or whatever. And like I went and told my mom. I was like, Mom, oh Jack, I'm telling you, just all this stuff going on in this game. And like I spent a lot of time in the Codex, like, and I wasn't even playing the game. Like I was just sitting in the Codex doing conversations over and over and over to try to figure out like, because there's a lot of like mystery around them until you really start to figure stuff out. So yeah, that game had even that one, and that's one that's pretty widely not loved. And even that one I like got sucked into super hard.
That's how you know it's a good game. It's like
Yeah.
you invested so deeply into it that you even exhausted the mini game or one of the mini games that are in it. I remember when I first started playing Zelda 64 or Zelda Ocarina, I would play up to the point of getting access to Hyrule Field, and I would go straight to like Hylia, and I would just fish. I wouldn't. I remember like it being Friday as a kid, like 8 or 9 years old, and I could not wait to go to Pick and Save. Pick and Save.
Yeah, back
And I
in
would
the Souls
rent.
games.
Yes. And I would rent Ocarina of Time and hope that somebody's save file had the fishing unlocked, or I would play up to it. And all you had to do is beat the Deku tree, and then you would be able to go there. And I remember just fishing. I wouldn't even play the story. I would just fish. I love that.
I've only played one Zelda game in my life, and it's the newest one. So
Breath of the Wild. Wow, it's quite an entrance.
Yeah.
Like that's the first one you played.
yeah, I didn't
You
know.
finished it?
No, I didn't. I got to a part because like they kind of have it laid out like those Fallout games where different areas are leveled differently. And I don't know what mission I'm trying to do, but like I have to get up this little mountain thing, and they're like way too strong for me, and I'm just so committed to getting that mission. I don't want to do anything else. Like I just want to do that, and I keep dying, and then I stop playing it. Oh gosh, when I was in California, so March of last year was the last time I played it. But I mean, I really played it up
Dude.
until I couldn't get past a part.
I don't think Shane even finished it.
No,
I don't think he
so.
did or not. I remember hearing about when it came out. You can go fight the final boss right away. That's what I've heard. You can, and somebody did it, like at level 1, I guess.
Sure, somebody did, yeah.
You can like just run up to Ganon and start fighting him.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like, if I jump back into it, I don't know where I am. I would probably restart.
Oh no! I heard that game's like 60 hours.
I have quite a few hours in it. I hate the weapon system.
You do?
It sucks. Have you played it?
No, I don't own a Switch.
They only give you a certain amount of strikes per weapon, so it gets like really annoying because like you pretty much carry like 15 swords on you, and then some of them you can only get 6 or 7 hits out of until it breaks, and then it switches to your next weapon. So it's kind of cool because it forces you to use all the different weapons because there's tons of different weapons. But it's also really annoying because like I'll finally get a sword I really like, and then I'll hit someone like 4 times and it turns off.
Kia's saying she has like 1,000 hours in Breath of the Wild.
I believe that. I
Hey,
mean, I know a lot of people that have.
How do you like the weapon system in Breath of the Wild? Does it suck?
Wink. It does. Well, it sounds like it does.
I don't like it.
I mean, like The Witcher 3 had like a weapon breaking system, but it wasn't to the point
It
like
wasn't
that
that
where you
bad.
could get like 6 hits out of.
Yeah.
You know, as I watch Game of Thrones again, I realize like each hit takes like
A chunk.
a chunk of their stamina, but it also takes like the swinger stamina too. That's how Kingdom Come is Deliverance.
Yeah. I didn't.
Oh god,
I couldn't get into that game. It
it
didn't bother me.
Bother me. Well, maybe she found a way around it. Maybe there was like she found like, can you pick up like stones or something to like help?
What happens if you run out of weapons?
I mean, I never
Find
ran
new
out of
ones?
I had so many that like
okay.
it never really happened. But
That's good.
I'm really weird. Like when I play games, I like to find that look. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got the look. Like I like that armor, and I like that weapon and that shield, and I like the way it looks, and I want my dude to look like that. And I just hate, like I had a hard time playing Skyrim when I didn't have, like I have this stupid helmet and then this elven piece and then this fur thing and then a warhammer or something.
Sure.
Like it just didn't work for me.
Well, the way I look at it is, so like in Fallout, it makes the most sense that okay, we've got like, a bunch of stuff coming in here. I just figured out where the best ones spawned.
Yeah.
Taylor says there are plenty of weapons laying around.
Yeah, there's a ton.
Replaying would be
Repairing.
repairing would be nice
Very
though.
nice, yeah. Yeah, that would be sick. If I got one I liked, I would just keep repairing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Fallout, my guy would look like a fucking patchwork doll. He would like
Get those good stats up, man.
he would like have like a piece of armor from a raider, and then you have like a army
Yeah.
ranger's arm, and like that I understand because you're just picking shit up off the ground. But if you're like a warrior in the Middle Ages, I guess when you're starting out, you'd be a bandit because you're just scavenging. You'd be a scavenger and then a bandit, and then maybe like a soldier. But then once you become a knight, everything's the same. Like if you look at Jaime's armor in Game of Thrones, it's all uniform. It's one
Yeah.
piece. It's gold cloak. And then if you look at Braun is all black. And if you look at it, none of his stuff matches. Jorah, none of it. It's all old.
The Hound?
But like the Hound though is well funded.
He looks badass.
The Hound is well funded though
Yeah.
because he's Joffrey's like caretaker
Yeah.
for a while. But like Jorah Mormont, dude, he is like all different things of armor. By the way, I'm really sad about this, but I talked over Tony's comment RuneScape earlier. Yeah, I keep going through RuneScape phases. It's not cool. You guys don't play RuneScape, I know that. You never
Fuck
have.
no.
No, and
Get
no.
Shit out of my face.
No. Like I don't even like there's RuneScape evangelists who are like, no, it's really fun. I don't even pretend that it's fun. I do it because it's easy and it's like gives me something to do. Dude, I 99 to skill. It took me 3 months, and all I did was click left and right.
What skill was it?
Fletching,
The fuck is that?
making bows and arrows.
Oh, okay. Can you make stuff and then sell it to other players?
Yes, that's what I did. I made bows.
Were your bows of a high quality?
Oh yeah, dude, I had the highest level bow.
Okay.
And then I would buy the materials with money. I would make them, and then I would sell the bows at a profit, and then I would just keep recycling the process until I just
what
leveled up.
what can you do with infinite money on RuneScape
Infinite money?
that you would have from selling all these bows?
I didn't have infinite money. I actually ran out really quick. Because I wouldn't save it. I would reinvest it back into just smithing or mining or something. Like, mining is a self-sustaining skill. You don't need money to do that. But, like, if you want to skip the entire process, you can buy bars to smith with. Or you can make them. But that takes so long. God, I want to play right now.
It's just that grind.
I used to play RuneScape. I'm assuming she played RuneScape. I'm assuming that's what that is. So it's only Kia watching right now because she's. Oh no, it's 4, because the other one was only you, or probably you on there. But yeah, man, like I like to look a certain way too in video games. But like if I don't, I'm not. I don't think it's the end of the world.
Assassin's Creed, the new one, does it really cool. Where once you collect a piece of armor, you know you can customize it to any other look that you've had before, but keep the stats. So I like that because then I always look the same, but I can keep.
That's super
getting
nice.
cool. Yeah, it's. I like it a lot.
I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like so I'll collect this piece of armor. Say I've got a gold. My guy's all gold right now, or whatever, and then I collect a whole armor set of iron. Whatever,
just a higher level
so,
armor.
Yeah, but it's higher level, so then I can equip all the iron, and then it gives you a customize option. And there's a bunch locked because you've never collected it before, but everything you have collected before, you can still use. So, like, let's say you like his standard look that he comes with, you can have like the power and the attributes of all this other armor, but still look how he does in the beginning of the game.
Oh, weird.
Which, yeah, like, I wish they would have done that in Witcher, because, like, Geralt's normal armor that you start the game with,
Yeah.
I just, like, totally love it, but it's completely useless after, like, level 5,
Yeah.
pretty much. But, yeah, I like it. I think it's really cool.
I totally lost what I was gonna say. Shit, I never do this, like once or twice. Yeah, RuneScape, dude, I love RuneScape. Like, I still play. I only play old school though. I don't play that new RS3 shit. It's just a World of Warcraft ripoff. So no, I don't play. I haven't played in forever, but I want to go back. Damn, it's bothering me. No, it was about armor and in the new Metro Exodus, it's so realistic to the point where I was thinking of this because it's like, oh, how realistic is that I can just change how armor looks? You're not a fucking blacksmith. You don't know what the hell you're doing. But I was thinking, like, in Metro, when he customized guns, every time you open the backpack, it shows it like in Last of Us, where he'll, like, take it off his shoulder and he'll put it down. And, like, he'll pull out something out of the backpack and it'll be like a gun. And, like, there'll be other menus and shit. But when you interact with the menus, like, let's say you view the cylinder, he'll tilt it to look at it. And then if it says view cylinder, he'll show him really fast. He'll, like, take it out and, like, look at it. And then if it says swap, like, every time you scroll the menu, it'll show him, like, pull one out really quick, like a different one. And they'll slide it on and lock it in. And, like, they even went to all the lengths to do that. It's like, dude, have you played the Metro games? Ooh.
I've seen.
They're very scary. Yeah. They are. Well, they were made in Ukraine, but they're based on Russian books. And, like, the new one is they finally get out of the Metro, and they're on the surface. And, like, you get, like, attacked by, like, a 5-eyed bear or something. And all you have is, like, this little shitty crossbow, like a wrist crossbow. Dude, I'm so excited for it. And, like, all the monsters and shit that are on the surface, like the mutants and stuff. It's going to be like Fallout, but, like, in Russia.
Yeah.
Fallout Moscow.
I don't do scary games. So.
You played PT though,
I've never even played PT.
dude. You didn't get to experience that.
Nope.
No,
was pretty
and
awesome.
I had it, and they took it down after all that stuff happened.
Yeah.
And I got a PS4 Pro, and I couldn't re-download it, so that's gone
Yeah.
forever.
Dude, yeah, you lost your Witcher 3 save and
I
everything,
did.
too. You lost everything.
60 hours, yeah.
Fuck. Dude, yeah, I think at the end of it all, I had like 300 some hours.
Yeah.
Like in Skyrim, I had like 298 hours, even after all the DLC.
I mean, it was fun replaying it though. I wasn't.
The Witcher?
Yeah. I wasn't
Yeah.
upset about it.
I'm considering going through it again. Did you play the add-ons?
No, I didn't have them. So I've been trying to. So I bought the complete one.
Mm-hmm.
But they recommend you to be level 30, I think, for those.
There's an option that they give you that they will give you a built character.
Oh, really?
They will build you a character. They will give you enough items and powers and weapons to go through the game as a pre-built one.
Because it takes like a solid 45, 50 hours to get to level 30.
Yeah, dude. And like that's not even the whole game. That's just level 30.
Yeah.
It's recommended for people who have beaten the game already though. Mm-hmm. Dude, I like games like that like you don't go up to like level 100. You go up to like level 20 or something.
Yeah.
But each level is like takes forever to get to the next one, and it's a huge milestone. Like there's so much to do on each level, and it gives you like a new thing every time. Isn't there only like level 30 something in Fallout? In the old
I
ones.
don't
Yeah.
think it goes very high.
It goes level
Yeah.
30 for like Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be for level 40 for New Vegas
I remember that
or for the DLC or whatever.
in 3 that it wasn't very high.
Yeah.
I want to bring up Avengers because
Oh, you just did.
yeah, I just did. Somebody pointed this out to me and I never noticed this. So the new Avengers is called Avengers Endgame, right?
Yeah.
In Infinity Wars, my uncle's friend was telling me about this. If you watch it again, the part where right before Doctor Strange fades away, he goes, Iron Man says something,
He
but
goes-
then we're in the end game now.
Yeah.
And then he fades away. What? I didn't know this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I assumed.
Yeah.
I literally assumed from the time I saw that movie that that's what the next movie was going to be called.
End game?
Yeah.
But like,
It's like obvious.
so do you think that like this has all happened already? Or like that little planet that they were on with Thanos? Like, was that the end?
No.
Okay, what do you guys
Well,
think?
What are you
he-
talking
He
about?
knows the
He's
he knows
saying-
the timeline.
He's
Doctor
saying,
Strange
yeah,
does.
he's saying we accomplished what we need to accomplish to stay on the timeline that we win. Now we just need to hope everything keeps
Yeah, 'cause
going the
remember
right
he
way.
looks at it and he's like, I looked at 10 kajillion whatever outcomes.
14 million.
Yeah.
500.
And Iron Man says, well, how many do we win? And he looks at me and says,
Something.
1. And then,
You can only assume they're trying to do that one.
yeah, so then they follow through with everything that was supposed to happen. And then he fades away. And kind of, like, he's the only one when he's fading away that doesn't look like, holy
He's
crap, what's
scared.
going on?
Yeah.
So, like, he knows.
He's
You
going to come
think
back.
he's?
Probably.
You think this is a trick?
Yeah, well, I think he knows that everything's
Ooh.
going the way it should be going.
I read a juicy theory. the
Let's
other
hear
day.
it.
Someone proposed that all the people that were dusted at the end of Infinity War are actually still alive, and the ones we see are the ones that actually got dusted by the
Oh.
snap. It's a huge misdirect.
What
That's a theory that I saw.
Well, and I mean, I don't know if
But,
you
like-
guys do you guys know the comics really?
Doesn't Captain America use Thor's hammer to kill Thanos?
Well, I mean, maybe
In
in
the-
one of the timelines, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know a big thing with the Soul Stone, like if you read the original Silver Surfer timeline, because Silver Surfer and Thanos actually go at it a lot in Marvel Comics. And in that original timeline, Silver Surfer gets stuck inside of the Soul Stone. So my theory is everyone that faded away
Is in the
is
Soul Stone.
just in the Soul Stone right now, because you can fight out of the Soul Stone. That's where like Adam Warlock comes from, because Adam Warlock was in the Soul Stone with Gamora, and Silver Surfer gets in there, and they end up getting out of it. So my theory is that they're in the Soul Stone, and somehow everybody's going to get out of it, or since we're going back in time with what's her face, Captain Marvel, something's going to happen to
Oh, yeah.
avert them getting in that Soul Stone.
Well, have you heard about the stuff they've shot for that movie? Is like them back like from the original Avengers in New York.
Oh my god!
So we're probably gonna visit there.
So yeah, I mean, we might get like an alternate timeline.
It's gonna be a lot. Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
be some time travel shit happening.
God damn it!
Dude, they're pulling the X-Men.
I swear,
thing.
if any of you spoil this movie for me, what movie,
It's not even out yet, bro. These are just theories.
bro?
Take it all with a grain of
Well,
salt.
if
Thanos dies.
he's gonna.
I think Thanos is gonna join the Avengers to fight Galactus.
Dude, that'd be sick if Galactus was.
No, don't keep this shit going. Close the book.
I think. Well, how do you go bigger?
You don't.
Thanos won. They have to convince him to bring everything back so they can fight the bigger threat, which is Galactus.
Thanos and Galactus do disagree from time to time. Because Galactus, like, I don't know, Galactus is his own thing. He just doesn't really give a shike.
Galactus.
He's just a hungry man that wants to eat, you know?
Doesn't he eat
He eats
worlds?
planets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Galactus, a lot in the comics just doesn't associate himself with other bullshit. Like he just doesn't care. He just wants to eat, you know. And that's where Silver Surfer comes from. Silver Surfer was his like ward because Galactus tried to eat Silver Surfer's world, and Silver Surfer said like, no, like I'll join you. And then that Galactus gave him the power cosmic.
Yeah,
And
the Silver
then-
Surfer's like the herald of Galactus.
yeah, so then Silver Surfer goes around finding worlds that Galactus can eat that are uninhabited. And then that's how like the whole big thing happens, because Galactus starts going towards Earth, And then Silver Surfer realizes there's like
A civilization there.
civilization there, and then he meets Fantastic Four and builds
So we
friendships.
see
and that's when
part
he
of that
starts to
in
fight back. Yeah.
the second
Yeah.
garbage Fantastic Four movie.
I was gonna say Fantastic Four. Are they
Yeah.
gonna keep? Are they gonna do another one with like Miles Teller and everything?
No, that died.
That's dead.
Hopefully, we're gonna get a reboot with the one of the next phases of Marvel, of the MCU, because
God
now they own
damn
that
it.
shit. I think.
Just shut the fucking book on this stuff.
Nah,
dude.
man, bro. Now that it's
I'm
all
fine
under the
with it,
same
but, like-
now that it's under the same roof, we get to actually have good versions of it.
I mean, the only other thing they could do realistically to keep it good is pull like an X-Men and go back and use younger actors
Yeah.
and do more origin stuff.
Oh my god.
Because like a lot of them are up on their contracts, from what I understand.
I'm just
What they should have done
done with it, dude.
Infinity War. Well, they could do it in this movie. They're not going to, because they didn't have the deal done. Like with Fox, they need to like have Thanos try to use the gauntlet again and then rip reality in half, and then you just see like the fucking X-Men come through, walk in from like Patrick Stewart comes in like,
Oh,
who's this big purple dude? That'd be
Who is this?
insanely cool.
I've seen him before. Where's the Sunseeker? that got to me when he died. The Sunseeker.
What are you talking
You
about?
seen Logan?
Oh, Logan,
Yeah.
When
yeah.
he dies at the end, he goes, the Sunseeker. And he just dies in his arms. Sorry if I just spoil Logan.
That movie's great.
I already knew we knew Professor X was gonna die in the preview.
Well-
because he's burying him and he's not there.
we see Patrick Stewart die twice in the X-Men
Oh,
timeline.
God.
Because
From Last Stand,
the Last Stand, before they go back in time, she
blows him up.
Phoenix blows him up. That poor guy. He has to work with this company twice and die twice.
he can't even move.
He can't even stay alive twice.
We were making some joke about me and Shane were making some fucking joke about how somebody falls in the background in one of the Lord of the Rings, like in Rivendell or something, and I'm like, what if he's in the next shot in just a fucking wheelchair? but it's a Rivendell wheelchair, so it's just made out of like sprigs and trees, but it doesn't move. So every time someone walks away, someone's gotta like, he's like, damn it. And, like, we bring that up all the time, like the wicker wheelchair, and like we were like couldn't breathe laughing, and like Charlie didn't get it, so he just sat there and going, just kind of like would sigh when we would get too weird about it.
Yeah, Shane and I have had a lot of those moments
That's
where
good.
him and I
dude.
have so many inside jokes. I'm sure Caleb knows.
The inside jokes are unbound.
Caleb was in the band with us, so
Dude, I got to experience that wild.
yeah.
That wild
Shane
time.
and I had so many inside jokes at one point that like we had a language that we could talk to each other on like posts. I still see it. And it's just straight mumble, like it's HLM because it was a sound we made. There's Go Go Goosh. That was a big one. Goosh was a sound like somebody gets hit by a car. It's like goosh. You know what I mean?
Oh god.
Goosh was a thing. I don't even know, man. We had this,
Cacao.
we had
One of my favorite things.
the Johnny
Gerard.
jokes.
Gerard.
Yeah.
Will.
Yeah, all
The
the
old
Johnny
Will.
jokes from Johnny from the biking version of
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto. We always talked
What?
about like
Johnny Klebitz.
Yeah, we always talked about like what if Johnny's just a big pussy this whole time? Like somebody yells at him, he's like, "Stop!"
Well, dude, he gets killed in 5.
Dude, he gets
killed, like, 10 seconds
He gets
in.
chumped in 5 by a junky ass
He gets killed.
trailer motherfucker. Yeah, it's bullshit.
He steps
I was-
on his head
I
over
was
and over
upset.
until he's like, "Look, there's some brain on my boob."
I was upset. I really wanted
Yeah.
Johnny to whoop some ass because he's such a badass, and he gets beat up by a hillbilly.
Well, he gets beat up by a fucking meth head.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He could have put up a fight.
Yeah, no, you're right, dude. I fucking part of me absolutely hates.
Please don't start about the X-Men timeline.
Well, you've missed most of it, so
It's pretty fucked.
I actually like the X-Men timeline.
I like the
hey,
movies. They're good.
both of my female guests, my only 2 female guests are in this watching. Thank you. Gabby was my first non-white.
Hashtag loyalty.
Yeah, hashtag loyalty. And then Vicky was my first white female. My only white female. My only brown female's in there too. How's that racist?
I don't know. I just wanted to whisper that shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's funny.
I like the X-Men timeline, so
mean, they're fun movies.
They're great movies. I think I like the actors in the young versions.
I don't like
so
Sophie Turner
much.
at all.
Boy,
Which one's Sophie Turner?
she's the one who plays the new
Redhead.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I like her in Game of Thrones. I don't like her as an
yeah.
alien. She's
I
always
don't-
puckering at the camera.
I don't really like her as a young Jean Grey.
Fine.
She is fine.
She's fine.
Like James McAvoy, he's brilliant.
yeah.
I love him as Professor X.
I like James McAvoy in anything
Michael
he does.
Fassbender,
Dude, Fassbender is so good as-
crazy.
Yes, I am in fact a female. Hey, and brown. See, it's not racist.
I talked to her today about wine,
Yeah,
And,
you and me need to go to a wine
and
tasting.
I think she might know more about wine than I do.
Gabby.
Yeah, I was intimidated.
Yeah. Did you get a fear erection?
Do
Do you know what that is?
I think I could put together what it might be. But I'm gonna say I didn't rock one at that moment.
Right. You didn't rock a rock.
Was definitely like, I was thinking like I've drank a lot of wine and tried a lot of wine, and she just like sent this long text like this about like all the wine she's had, and then threw like some wines at me, and I was I was like, oh, I'm a loser.
You're like, okay, well, I guess I'm a student right now.
It's like when you walk into someone, you're like wearing a Star Wars shirt, and then that Star Wars guy starts talking to you about everything that's ever happened in Star Wars, and starts throwing all these like
me, boy.
timelines from the books and stuff at you, and
That
you're
dude's
just
me.
like,
also the
that-
timelines that don't matter.
Yeah.
That dude is me.
yeah,
Those-
yeah. So
they do matter because they exist.
It's like
a separate universe,
It's,
just
it
like
would
all
be
the
like
Marvel
you and me.
comics.
Let's say we're here in a conversation, and he tells his friend like, "Yeah, I just played the first Metal Gear Solid game." You
Ryan
and
would be
I are
like,
going to
"Oh,
be
boy."
like, "Well, let me tell you what happens in that whole timeline real quick." That was her.
Yeah.
That was her with wine.
What are the
So-
cigarettes for, bitch? Yeah, that's what I thought. At the moment, what?
At that moment, how much later? But for the fear erection, is what she's referring
At
to.
the moment,
actually.
pretty much after I put the phone down,
Dude, I was gonna say like,
I locked the screen, and
FBI agent can't.
I
Watch.
just, I couldn't help it from there.
dude, yeah, I was gonna say once that screen goes off, all bets are off. Like
Yeah.
then the imagination goes wild. And, like,
I was holding it in as long as I could.
and like, and then before you know it, 10 minutes later, you're cleaning off your knees.
I actually I had a glass of wine after that and just let it all go in.
My daughter's name is from a Star Wars book.
Padme.
Holy
Is it Mara?
Shit.
Is it Mara Jade? It's probably Mara.
Oh,
Jade.
I'm supposed to shout
It's-
out my coworker.
No, it's Xana.
He's got like a miniature Chihuahua.
It's what?
And I'm supposed to call that dog out. I want him to name it Vegeta, but he's not having it. But it's the cutest dog in the entire world.
What, it's a Chihuahua.
Miniature Chihuahua. It's this big.
Oh God. That's all it's gonna be. That's the biggest it's gonna
Kremlin.
get.
And like
Kremlin.
Kremlin?
Gremlin?
Whatever.
Kremlin.
Whatever the fuck that kid's name
Kremlin is
is.
a
The Russian.
Kremlin was a name for
Whatever.
yeah, it's a Russian dictator.
What the fuck is that kid's name?
Google it.
Krillin.
Oh,
Krillin.
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 Oh, fucking Krillin.
hey, it's okay to be a wine
Whoa,
douche.
whoa, 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 pal! I recommend a $12 white
Oh,
wine
Xana.
that will help you with your fear erection. It's I'm not a wine douche. Scout's honor. Xana. I just said Xana.
That's
I had it right.
I thought you said Anna. I was like,
No, it's
fucking- I was
Xana.
like, where in Star Wars is Anna? But yeah, Xana makes sense.
That's what makes you a good wine person is when you like the cheap wine.
I saw a man show where they were recommending this wine, and they're like, "You don't drink it with your friends at a fancy place." And then they showed like these juggies were in a shower in bikinis, fucking
Dude, my
just pouring it all over themselves.
my favorite bottle of wine is probably like $11, and my second favorite bottle of wine you can get at Aldi's for like $3.70. And like it's
Damn, bro.
Clean this mic
no, I'm
off.
saying it's really not bad. Like I'll go to Aldi's and I'll just buy like 6 of them, and then just keep them as like my backlog of wine when I don't have.
I was gonna say
my
one
go-to.
for each day of the week. Like,
Yeah. No, that's
Bottle a day.
I was very impressed with your recommendation of cheap wine. I respect that, and also that is a sick name.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've heard her mention it. You know what I like is I've wanted to get into wine, but like I was gonna actually mention this today. I was gonna say like you and I should go to a wine taste because I want to get into it, but you are already into it, so you can guide me. You can
Yeah.
hold my hips and guide me.
Ryan, have you ever been to that place downtown? You know what I'm talking
I've
about?
been
There's
to
like
to a
it's like
couple places down
Well,
there.
no, like it's like that wine bar. Almost.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I think
do know what
it
you're talking
doesn't
about.
it just say wine bar?
Probably.
Yes, it does.
I haven't been there yet. I've heard good things.
Why don't all three of us just go on Friday? You don't like
Probably
wine,
have
do
to
you?
work overtime Friday.
I'm inviting you
Most
because
likely.
you're right here. If you don't want to go, you don't have to. If you're not a wine, you don't have to be a wine guy.
I'm not.
It's
Really.
okay.
I mean,
I'll,
I have a bottle in my room usually, so I can drown my sorrows. But
Is it vinegar yet?
no. I drink it fast enough, so it's not that.
I'll go.
I get a nice Pinot Noir.
Like this Friday.
It has to be before I go to work though.
You're gonna walk into work. You're gonna be fine, but your teeth are all stained.
Dude, I go home. I go home on break
Yeah,
and I drink a glass of wine and go back to work.
that's fine.
Hey, the boss said as long as you come back the way you left.
Jesus. You come back like missing a sock or something. Like one of your pant legs is off. Whoops.
No, I've definitely gone home. Not the job I got now. Obviously, like I can't be drinking while helping like kids, but my insurance job, yeah, fuck it.
Q-Jax, I think its name Q-Jax. Google Q-Jax, please. During the summer-ish season, Garten Factory usually has some winter events.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Wine events. Yeah, dude, do you know how many chicks would be there?
I would be there.
I said chicks.
Yeah.
You're not a chick.
Not yet.
God damn it. Dude, you don't have female tendencies.
I don't know. I'm pretty sentimental and sensitive.
So am I. Dude. Never mind. I have... What I wanted to do was, this is what I've been told how to get into wine. You're supposed to go to a tasting, and then for every wine you taste, you write down one sentence about it. And then you put, yes, I would drink this again, or no, I didn't like it. And then that's how you go. And then you can actually hand that into the guy who runs it, and he can make like a list of wines that would be good for you. And then that's just where you go from there.
Gabby is offering herself as a tribute to go with you to the wine tasting.
Please don't hesitate. Okay. Got it.
Fellas. Dude, we're gonna walk in. So you know how guys walk into ballrooms with a woman on each arm sometimes?
Yeah,
like
it's gonna be
Wayne.
opposite.
Yeah, dude, I'll walk in on Gabby's arm and we'll be her wine bitches.
I mean,
Vicky should come too.
I have. I've only talked to her once, and I think that was today. So,
Gabby's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna force her to get some.
She was my first. She ran up to me drunk one time and said, "I'm gonna be on your podcast." And like 2 weeks later, she was.
Gotta get her back.
I would love to have her back.
Return guest.
What is this now?
The Kujax. It's the place.
Are we gonna get flagged for having that on there?
It's the place in Fond du Lac.
So no.
It's the place in Fond du Lac.
What if we get involved with them and then we start having the wine on here and then every time the wine gets put towards the camera we get like $1 or
First
something?
sponsor.
We'll be like
Could be the first sponsor.
Kujax.
Yeah. Like
You could go in there and be like, "Hey, we talk about we came here for a tasting. We love your wine and
Wine
we
bitches.
want to sponsor our podcast. We talk
Hell
good
yeah.
things about you all the time." Nom, 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 nom.
ASMR.
Yeah. I'm about that. I love wine. It's my go-to, 100%.
What if, dude? So she's down with wine bitches. Oh, Nate's in here. Hey, Nate, as
Nate?
one of my good guests. She's gonna wear a dress, however she wants, but we're gonna wear white T-shirts that says "Bitch 1" and "Bitch 2."
Okay.
And in mine, I'm gonna put parentheses. My name is
Can
actually
we,
Bitch.
when we go to taste wine, be like super fancy and rock the suits?
I have a suit.
You gotta wear a button down,
But I wanna
with a tie and a vest
I
over
got
it and a
a couple
watch
suits.
on your
wine
wrist.
bitches though. Bitch 1 and Bitch 2.
And a pocket watch.
And I have a pocket watch. Somewhere in here,
And you gotta
actually.
wear a fedora and have a neck beard.
Okay, I have a neck beard right now. I shave it every Thursday
I
night.
could have a neck beard.
I shave mine off every Thursday. Yeah, I was gonna say you have it under control, but I have it right now, and it's almost the same length as my my actual beard. But I don't care at work. Like I get shit for it at work.
You're in a
But-
factory. Who gives a shit?
No, I
Like,
know every girl who makes fun of me for that. I'm like, well, why do you have a beard then? Count it. 2 points
Swish.
from the 35. Dude,
From the
I heard
35.
No. The reason, okay, it's gonna make sense when I sell this.
All right.
I heard a really nasty rumor about Michael Jordan during the filming of Space Jam. So he absolutely hated it to the point where he looked at his agent like day 3, and he's like, "I thought you said this was gonna be fun." And then I heard this rumor that he would play pickup games with some of the camera crew. Okay, so you have the greatest basketball player of all time at the time, because LeBron James is better, but he is. You know he is. So
he's pretty impressive.
so this is like 96 or something, 95 when they're filming. And he's like, yeah, we used to play pickup games, but he would call up friends of his from the NBA to come play with us. This is real. You can look this up. And he says, oh, yeah, he hit a 35-footer once, and then he, like, stole the ball from me, hit a 35-footer, and said, get the fuck off the court. And he's like, he said this to, like, one of the guys that, like, holds the microphone for a living. He's like, I got a studio apartment. I make like $9 an hour. And Michael Jordan just told me to get the fuck off the court. All right, so y'all don't know about my neck beard. McKenna, shave your face. I'm just kidding. I didn't see McKenna in months, years, I think. I don't know if I can compete with a fancy neck beard, but I'm sure I have something slutty yet classy. More slutty than classy.
If we're dressing slutty, I'm ready.
Dude, you need one of those dresses that, okay, so I've been told that every girl has at least one dress like this, usually. It's so low cut that when you pull it up, it's such a piece of tiny fabric. When you pull it up over the tits, your butt pops out a little bit. But when you pull the butt down, the tits pop out a little
I've
bit.
got one of those.
You have one of those?
Yeah, it's a pillowcase. I cut the bottom off of it.
Holy shit. Yeah, like, oh, so it doesn't even have the bottom. So, like, when it's just all air.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing in the center.
Hey, you know, it's the boxers versus briefs conversation. Sometimes I opt for just
Zero.
a tube over me.
Tube. A fucking tube with nothing in the middle. This is the, yeah, have a few of those. Geez, good thing the camera's up here. I'm gonna give that a wow, and I'm gonna give that a love react. Actually, I just saw my reaction in the camera. I didn't even say that. You just went.
I'm gonna buy one of those just so I can experience what these females experience.
So I'm gonna walk in with multiple ladies. If you're dressing like that, dude, one of us has to be the guy. I think you're more comfortable with it because I can't do it. So I'm gonna.
Oh, dude,
I'm sorry, but your glasses are really bothering. Are they crooked? They're not.
Yeah, they're sitting funky. You like that? Hold on.
No, it's just you're fucking hammered.
Oh, I have had one beer. Thank you, Samuel Adams.
I was like, I thought I was like looking at you wrong.
No.
I thought it was me. I was like, I always assume I'm doing something wrong. I'm like, my eyes are just messed up.
I took them off and I must not have noticed.
It's all fucking crooked.
What did you put in this?
You saw me open it. Why is that so far in? Look how close up that is. You can't even see my neck beard, bitch. Well, dude, your glasses were at like a fucking angle. Like,
dude,
Jesus God.
They're so big that I can't tell when they're not on right.
Dude, what was that on Scary Movie 2? When the dude in the wheelchair gets beat up and like he gets kicked in the head and his glasses are all fucked up and his eyes are all crossed. He's like, what's wrong with my glasses? I'm wrong with my glasses.
Gabby.
I've never worn glasses, but like I think it'd be worth it just to make people laugh by accident. I'm like, holy shit, your face.
I have a picture. There's a picture that there was a girl I was talking to, and I really like. I always tried talking to her, and she finally came up and like wanted to get a picture with me.
Yeah,
and then she sent me the picture after, and my glasses are like doing this, but I couldn't tell they were so here. So like she looks really happy, and I'm in the picture like this.
This is what I pictured when I saw this.
Watch the screen, dude.
It's a what?
Just wait for it.
Oh no!
It's just funny.
Dude, it was so embarrassing, man.
Oh, I'm getting lightheaded. Holy shit.
Gabby, you can definitely borrow.
I'll
I'll make a special one for you.
This is the most a podcast has ever made me laugh. Get your shit together. One. Okay, so one drink Bortner's pretty funny, but what about one beer Bortner?
Yeah. There we go.
But
You should see me after I have 2.
Oh, dude, her sister's in here now, Jenny Caspian, and for some reason it's Caspian. Dude, they never made the Caspian, Prince Caspian or whatever, isn't that Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe?
Never seen it.
What? That's the first.
The-
Lion, Witch,
the
and Wardrobe
first-
is the first one.
Right.
Prince Caspian is the second one. And
Then the
Voyage-
magician's
No.
nephew.
Nope. Voyage of the Dawn Treader is the third one. Those are the only movies they made.
They never made Dawn Trader. They're working on it though.
Boy. It's the third one.
This is what I pictured when Brian's eyes were kind of messed up. It says when you've had 4 bowls, but only one was cereal, and his eyes are 2 different directions.
I'm going to look it up and prove you wrong.
Yeah, I just gotta
Go
hop in
ahead.
and heart some comments.
You can do whatever you'd like. We're not on any time schedule or anything, but that was funny though. When you're, I'm like, dude, I haven't had beers for like an hour yet. Dude, that Sam Adams is damn good. The original Sam Adams is really
Oh,
good.
look at that. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Ugh.
Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
I missed out
Prince
on
Caspian.
the perfect alliteration. I'm embarrassed. Yeah, well, I make alliterations for a living, so I mean, that's not even an alliteration. But no, you were right. But The Magician's Nephew is the first book. It comes before
Yeah.
Witch and Wardrobe.
Yeah. But it
Did-
isn't relevant
I
for a
think it was
movie.
Matt who
It'd be
posted
a
a-
really fucking dumb movie if it was made
I
one.
understand that, but I really liked it when I was reading it.
I have no problem with the book.
Louis C.K.'s got a great bit about the Lion, the Witch, Narnia, because he was talking about Clifford, reading Clifford with his daughter. Now I'm gonna pitch this to the 2 women in the crowd, or any single parents or parents in general. Louis C.K. says the hardest thing about being with your kid is just like being on the floor with them while they're children. You have to be painfully proud of their bullshit when they read like a word every 50 minutes. And he goes, I'm sitting here with my daughter reading fucking good, reading shitty Clifford the Big Red Dog. And there's 900 million books about Clifford and they all say the same thing. Look how big this dog is. You know, he's probably not even that big. You might have just drew him close to the page. And he goes, you know, there's 7 books about Narnia, okay? 7. Narnia covers the birth and death of a nation. And there's mice with swords, and there's a lion who's also a god. And he goes, that's about 7 books. The birth and death of a nation. And there's 900 books about Clifford, all about the same shit. Look at this big-ass dog. But I've never read the Narnia books, and I would really like to. I don't know who's talking, but let's talk Narnia.
that's
it's me.
That's me.
Can't you see?
It's me.
It's
I was
also
talk-
you.
I was talking about
Fine,
it.
you talk to Gabby. It's not like I wanted to talk to her. It's not like she's a nice person.
Like, man, they're kind of hard to read. Like, I'm just saying, like, they're hard. Like, they're not like they're just like that old speak. Like you're talking about reading. What is that? The
Divine Comedy.
Yeah, like it's not like that to that point, but it's more like reading Lord of the Rings than reading fucking Harry Potter. That's for fucking sure.
Going back to what you were saying about how when somebody who really knows what they're talking about comes by and schools you.
Yeah.
I thought I was good at Lord of the Rings, and I met a guy who had read all the books and the Silmarillion and Lost Tales and shit.
I don't know,
and
man.
we're
I like Lord of the Rings, man.
Let's fucking quiz each other. And then all of a sudden he goes, name a couple of the Valar, and I'm like, who are they? And he's like,
Well, I mean, I don't know their names, but I know all that whole timeline and everything, like the spirits and everything.
yeah, I'm gonna get like I've been struggling to pick if I want to read Game of Thrones next or Lord of the Rings.
I would pick Lord of the Rings because
Yeah, dude,
Game of
I-
Thrones is just like Lord of the Rings porn, right?
I really when the like at work when it was really slow, I had access to a computer, so I essentially just went to like the Lord of the Rings like Wikipedia and would just read, and then you know how they have like this stuff tagged in blue, and then I just click that into a new page and into a new page. And I mean, there's some days I spent 10+ hours just reading Lord of the Rings lore.
Yeah.
Like Sauron's whole story is like super cool.
Yeah,
and
I know a little
deep.
bit about Morgoth.
Yeah.
Like a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean that's like Sauron's.
Did you say you how would you read it again? Say it again. You would just read it right on the page?
Yeah, like they have like their own wiki, whatever.
Okay.
And
I heard of a easier way to do that and less suspicious. You open up a blank email and then you copy the book into an email. You read it while the email's on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
And you
really.
just-
I was not afraid to hide what I was doing. At
Oh,
work,
okay.
so I just did it. So
There's a comedian that said he got through every Harry Potter book at his work doing that.
The Hobbit is a masterpiece. I hope you're talking about
No
the book
shit.
and not
Yeah,
the movies.
the book. I actually just rewatched some of the Hobbit movies, and
They're
they're not
so
as bad as
good.
I thought they were.
I came close to being religious after reading the Chronicles, and I never did reading the Bible. The funny story about C.S. Lewis,
They're presented very well.
they are.
Like, yeah.
The reasons, okay, so C.S. Lewis, the author, was considering taking his own life because he was a professor at this school, and he was like, I'm not doing so great. My writing's going nowhere. Fuck it, I'm going to kill myself. So like a day before he decided to do it, a professor stopped by and convinced him that he should keep going. And this professor also convinced him to take up religion and become a Catholic. J.R.R. Tolkien.
Nah.
Damn.
Yes.
That's
Wow,
crazy.
that's cool.
Yep. And saved C.S. Lewis's life, and he went on to write Narnia, and he dedicated it to Tolkien,
Wow.
as well as his children. But
Yeah.
like, he cites Tolkien as like the guy who saved him.
The big problem I have with those books is like the first and the second one are so like just completely different from each other. Have like literally nothing to do with each other.
Talking about
other than the fact that it's
the-
set in Narnia. The second
Narnia?
one's set, yeah.
Okay.
The second one is like set in Narnia, and the first one is like the real world, and then bouncing around, like with all those fucking rings and shit. Like
I'm
I don't know.
considering.
it's just like so different to me. Like I get that the second one's setting up some shit in Narnia, but like that was the problem I always had when I was younger. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna. That's what I should read next. Is I'm just gonna buy the Narnia set. Oh, I can't go to Books A Million anymore because they're fucking closed.
Just go to that
You got
place in the
that
mall.
turned down, right? Just so
Yeah.
like I don't echo my voice. Okay.
Yeah, just turn the volume off.
Farewell, friends. I must go now, but
Goodbye. Thank you for stopping by.
She'll need that.
Let me
Goodbye.
know
Have
when
a
I-
wonderful time.
I got that pillowcase
Jesus,
for you.
dude.
I've got a double-sided.
You're getting
half black, half gray.
Dude, she's gonna
Good.
slide into your DMs as soon as she's getting out of here because she's got to go message you. She can't have the same thing up on the same screen.
Poor girl.
Poor girl, dude. She's about to.
She has no idea what she's in for.
It's a dude.
Gonna
know
be
what I'm
disappointed.
She's going from live to thrive. That wasn't very good. Okay, so speaking of alliterations, dude, so this is a new podcast. I went and saw this comedian named Theo Vaughn back in October. Very funny, very up and coming. Has a Netflix special. It's really good. Shane says he can't get into him because of his accent. He's got a heavy Southern accent. He's not stupid, though. He does not do the whole redneck thing. So he has a new podcast called The King and the Sting. He does it with a guy from the UFC. He's called the Sting because he looks like a bee sting victim because his ear's all fucked up from fighting.
Oh, like cauliflower ear?
Yes, like really bad, and part of his face is a little mangled. So what happened is they have the #1 podcast in the world right now because it's so funny and like it's so new, but it'll get knocked around after a while. It's just a new thing right now. Mm-hmm. And they have this thing that someone thought of. Place in the mall is closed as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was the bookstore, sadly. I was there like one of its last days, and I cleaned out one of their Tolkien sections. I will sad react that. Vicky, if you know anywhere I can get like good books besides Amazon and Barnes and Noble and Appleton, please let me know. So they had this segment on the podcast called Flaunt My Aunt, and you send in pictures of your aunt, and dude. It's a big message from Gabby.
Boy.
And I should be talking about this
Hold it.
live on
Hold that
camera.
up to the
probably.
camera, bro.
No, don't. It might be really private. She's like, this is why I need a pillowcase. And it's like several nudes.
She recommended I check out your sick figurine collection if I haven't already.
Well, yeah. There's one right here. This is the Red Knight from Dark Souls. Well, it was the Red Knight until you figure
Do you
out that
mind?
this is the... Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I really like to
Get in on it.
these bad boys.
Get in on it. Notice how he is holding this unconventionally. I did that on purpose. I rearranged the swords. You can take those apart and shit. So to flaunt your aunt, they like sit there and like talk about how hot or not they are. They have one called Rip My Drip, which is where you just send in a picture of your outfit and they rip it apart about how fashionable or non-fashionable it is.
So they're basically
Right
just
here.
the Reddit roast me thread.
It is roast me. And then there's what's rip? There's Rip My Drip. I thought of a few. Okay. So what I would like to do is have going on the whole sexual thing. We would like to have a woman come in. We'll cut it off at her face. She can wear as much clothing as she wants, baggy or whatever. And then me or the guest will try to guess her breast size. But if she can only tell me higher or lower, she doesn't indicate if it's band or cup size. And every time I get it wrong, I have to give her $1, up to $5. But if I get it right in 5, she has to give me it back. But no matter what, you get a $10 gift card from Target. I will be paying for it.
You're going to have to let guys be a part of that, too.
Well, no for like boobs?
No.
They don't know their breasts. Guys don't know their tit
I'm
size.
talking about the junk size, baby.
Junk size?
Ooh,
okay, but I was going to be calling it Bug My Jug. But, like, what would you call Steak My Snake?
Ooh.
Or Peep My...
No, that's...
Steak My Snake? Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thank you. I was going to call it Bug My Jug, like we were bothering her about her boobs. So Bug My Jug.
My jugs.
I don't think a girl would be... Like, I got one girl at work that would maybe come on and do it. I think Gabby might allow us to do it. But, like, we'd cut her off the head so that way, like, if she doesn't want to see it. Nancy. Yeah, did you ever watch that one where some girl told me live in the comments that she's like, you could use a picture of me, of my tits, and frame it and put it up in the background? And she sent me the picture, and I'm like...
I could.
And I'm like, are you serious? She's like, well, yeah, my head's not in it. It was her doing this, and, like, she's wearing just a bra, and her tits are, like, fucking popping out. And I was like, she's like, yeah, you can use that. But I didn't have the balls to do it.
That is.
I had a girlfriend at the time.
She's got balls.
Dude, any woman that would come on this podcast, I think, has balls, because this is terrible if you think about it. It's not that bad. It's just fun. It's lighthearted fun.
It's open.
Thank you. I appreciate
no boundaries.
that. Don't say that, because that's already an outdoor life thing. I don't care what you say.
Think of our own? I'll think of a better
Dude,
one.
no, I didn't mean to make that seem as serious as I thought. But no, there's an outdoor company their slogan is no boundaries.
No boundaries? Okay. No,
It's like...
We got something better than that.
Yeah. I think you are better than that. You are. So there's Bug My Jug. Okay, I got another one. So guy, you know how, like, giant belt buckles are, like, have, like, scenes or something on them, like, or characters? Just giant cowboy belt buckles. I was going to have a guy come in with one on, and then I was going to have a mask where I couldn't see. And
like
I was
a Guy
going
Fawkes mask?
I was going to, maybe. I was going to go on my knees and feel the belt, the belt buckle. And as I was feeling, I get, like, maybe 90 seconds, and then I would get to draw it. From what I remember, and then we were gonna compare, like, next to each other, and it's gonna be called Tickle the Nickel.
Okay, I like that. I like it.
Okay, so Tickle the Nickel. Then there's I had another one. Oh, okay, this is not my best, but I like the name for it. So what we would do is we would have a girl Steven sit in on the podcast. We need to have, like, a multi-gender podcast soon, where there's a guy and a girl on. And we were going to zoom in on a person's nose. A celebrity.
Okay.
Not a real person.
And you got to pick who it is by their nose?
No. You have to... Yes, maybe. We'll do it with celebrities, but, like, if we zoomed in on a random guy, like we find in on, like, Google or some shit,
sure.
And we're going to be like, would you go out with this person based on just the nose? And then when we zoom out, it would be called Scout the Snout.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh,
Scout
my
the
God.
Snout.
That's so good. That's so funny.
Oh, dude, I should really go back to work when I'm actually at work. This is all I think about when I'm, like, running machines, and I'm like, okay, so, like, just start putting words together, and it's like, okay, and then once you have the title, just, okay, what does that mean? And just, like, come up with, like, some stupid thing. I will tell you the one thing that I probably shouldn't, but it has to do with black people. Okay, so... We were going to have 2 black guys come in.
Oh, my God.
And we were going to heat up fondue cheese about to jacuzzi level hot. Not enough to burn, but, you know, pretty hot. And we were going to have people take ladles and scoop it on top of them. And when whoever could get the first, like, complete stream of cheese down from the head to the toe.
Okay.
And we were going to call it Smother My Brother.
Oh, my God. What the fuck?
And
Hey, what the fuck?
You need only black guys because it's called Smother My Brother.
Or white brothers.
White your actual brother?
Yeah.
Would your brother do that? We'd have to have him stripped down. I would have to give him like a $20 gift card to Target to do that. Everything's going to Target because, dude, when I mentioned, well, they're not in here anymore, but if there were women watching this and I mentioned Target, their eyes would light up. Like, Target?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't believe, like, those girls are down for the wine tasting.
It's going to happen.
Dude,
We'll live stream it.
you can come with
I
if you
will be
want,
the
dude.
guy to.
He'll be the live streamer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
will
you need
document.
to get on camera too,
No,
man.
Nope.
You sure?
Sure don't.
I will always offer you
My
to be on
voice is
camera.
enough. Well, I will get on there when I want, but
Ooh.
like when I want to be on, I'll get on there. But my voice is enough for now.
We'll just take a picture of him and put it right here.
Dude.
No, what you guys got to do? No,
Like a
what you guys
like-
have to do? Yeah, take a picture
Like
of me
a
like
really-
that, print it out, and put it at the place next to you guys, so that I'm there with you while you're doing the
And
tasting.
he'll just cut.
And there'll be a drink in front of me too. Like I'll be there. Put a straw up to it.
Pour it on the picture. Just, here you go. Fucking. Dude.
Yep.
They used. Speaking of tablets.
Oh, I could.
You could fake person it.
I could
where
be.
they strap
You could bring
the-
me along, and then I could be here
Yeah,
doing.
they strapped the tablet to they like took a hockey stick and lashed it onto like a fucking Segway, and then they lashed the
Speaking of
tablet.
your favorite TV show,
to-
they do that shit in How I Met Your Mother.
Don't they do it in Big Bang Theory?
Probably.
And then they put they strapped an iPad to a Segway and it just rolled around the city with the guy's face. on it.
Fucking Sheldon. Oh my god.
It's like I'm antisocial at that fucking point.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we got tons of people coming. Hey, it's my cousin, Brandon, all the way across the state. I
Yo,
think.
Brandon.
Yo, that's my cousin, man.
Hey,
Yo,
Brandon.
cuz. I don't know.
And then I think Robert Vaughn. He sold me a collector's edition of an Alien video game, and and then I got rid of the game like that day because I didn't want to play it. I just wanted the statue. It's someone in some vehicle getting attacked by an alien.
Yeah.
It's out there. That's kind of funny that Gabby's like, make sure you look at his figures. That's all I am, I guess.
I've been looking at your figure since I got here.
Well, I mean, there's more.
You know what I mean?
I knew having this shit on here was a good idea. You can look at Farrah Fawcett. I got that from Madison.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I know. I just kept it around because it's like a vintage, like some calendar babe.
Yeah, it's fresh.
Fresh.
Is it fresh to death?
Thanks, man. Well, we're at an hour and 50 minutes. It's almost 8:41. We usually like to end these at like 9 o'clock. We don't have to keep going.
Or
but,
before,
like-
because otherwise I have to rush for work
yeah, you don't want to blow a tire out.
again.
We covered a lot of stuff today.
Mm-hmm.
I asked you every question I wanted to. Well, I mean, I just wanted to ask you about your job and your music. And that was it. Everything else is free form. Well, that's what I do every time. Because like if I pigeonhole myself, there's been a couple of times where I've had agendas though. With Jake, I had an agenda. Roms, I had an agenda. Shane Hernandez, I definitely did because he was only coming on to promote his business. But yeah, I'm sure no one else is watching now. But if you want to come on and talk about your business and promote it for free, like there's plenty of people that watch this shit now. Remember when we first started and there was nobody watching?
We
these?
have about 180 views within the first day.
Remember those though? Even when you were starting, no one watched these. Not really. There's a few, but
Decent.
it's gone up.
Oh yeah, progressively too.
Like, and I've had a few people now ask me like, "You're the podcast guy," and I don't know them. Like that's awesome. Like so that means like I think it's like one of Ashley Baton's friends or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you there that night?
I mean,
She's
what-
like, "Do you think I'm cute, Mitch?"
Oh, the
I was like,
Shane night.
"Fuck no."
No, I heard about it though.
You were there though, like you were next to her because
yeah.
you went, oh, because and no one had, she's like, no one's ever said that to me, and I'm like, well, I don't like you, so I don't. She's fine now, and I get along with her, but like when she was just, I don't know if it was Shane or her, but like it wasn't good, so I'm like, well, Shane's my friend, so I'll take his side. Like I don't like you.
Yeah, I think I was
Lady.
still with. I think I was still in a relationship then. Or I was just out of it.
I think you were between Alyssa and the most recent one.
Well, that was a year and a half altogether. So
Time is weird to me, Vicky.
Very good chance.
Well, you were very entertaining while cooking dinner. Time to eat. Bye. Well, I hope your dinner's very good, and I hope. I bet you it tastes 2% better than if you weren't listening to me and you and Caleb.
Yeah.
Hey, you have a great dinner, Vicky. Thanks.
And we're gonna go to that wine
talking.
tasting. I'm dead serious. And we're gonna call it Weekend Adrenaline's Weekend Out.
It's got to be something not adrenaline because wine
I know,
tasting is
I
like
know.
chill.
What
Weekend
wine? What
wine serotonin.
Weekend.
serotonin? Weekend wine. Weekend's wacky wine. What
Week.
wine?
Wine and adrenaline.
No.
Jeez.
Weekend
You're just
adrenaline.
shaking.
Weekend adrenaline's weekend wine tasting waterfall. Boom.
Jesus, I'm gonna have to pay you for that one. Here, this is like
Give a
$80
dollar for that.
Like a wavy inflatable arm flailing tube, man.
This is like $80. The collector's edition was really expensive. But yeah, man, I had a lot of fun doing this. Did you?
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
Boom. You gotta get like a group on.
I'll come back.
You gotta get
on
like
ASAP.
you, Zakota, and Ben Ellingson on at the same
I'll have.
time.
I've never met Ben Ellingson, have I?
No.
I love
Well,
Ben.
then that's fine. We're gonna see. Like
I love Ben Ellington.
I don't think he's listening right now, but
I love him.
tag him. But yeah, if I'd be more than happy to do any group thing. There was a girl that was gonna come on this, and she said no at first, but then she messaged me right before you guys came. She's like, "Can I come on still?" And I said no, because I'm like,
Boy.
it's
say
25. I want it to be just our thing.
yes. Oh, if she
Like,
wanted to come on today.
Yeah,
Oh.
she was gonna like sit in,
Come
and
on
like
next
we
week.
weren't able to like, if we couldn't have been ourselves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just real quick example, when me and Charlie and Shane were watching Lord of the Rings, we talked about dicks the whole time. Dude, we didn't even make it through the Battle of the Last Alliance, and Shane was like, "God, dude, look how hard Sauron is." Like, dude, that's like the first 5 minutes of the movie, and then it was like that through the end of The Hobbit, to where Frodo is coming, or to where Gandalf visits Bilbo at the end of The
Yeah.
Hobbit. It was dicks the whole fucking time, just dick jokes nonstop, and we laughed the whole time. And then, like, I think one movie Kateri tried to watch with us, I think she gave up 10 minutes in. She's like, "Well, I'm out." So like we couldn't be ourselves. Like, you know, Kateri's great, but like they can't be themselves if there's a guy around.
Yeah.
They have to act differently. If there's a girl sitting here who you've never even met, you know, you're not gonna act the same. Neither would I.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I wanted to be real cool, real chill. But I think after this milestone now, 25, I think we're gonna start having groups and shit on. Especially since
we
the
can,
weather's
we can
gonna get
sprinkle that in.
And you can
The
do
weather's
your
gonna
little,
get nice
all your
and warm.
games you were talking about here.
my games.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the segments, man.
Yeah. Start getting segments in, man.
We gotta have BJ for his political rants too.
Dude, yeah, we were gonna have BJ's spit take. That's what we were gonna call it.
Yeah.
We were gonna name a topic and we're gonna give him 60 seconds. And if you go over it by 1 second is 1 minute of your mic gets muted. And then if you try to like lunge over the table and try to echo the noise, I would have you physically remove him. It's like there's no escalation. It's just like you either shut up or you get launched out. There's like no middle ground. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna start. I got some things on the burner I want to try. I just wanted to run those by you as like a kind of a 25 episode gift. Smother my brother, tickle that nickel.
I'm gonna say smother my brother is
bug my
that's a
jug.
no from me, dog.
That's a no from you, dog. Oh, dog, because he's black too.
Yeah.
And then we'll bug my jug. Steak my snake.
Steak my snake. Yep.
Tickle the nickel. We could do flaunt my aunt, but if this gets more,
it has to be
we can't.
different.
Okay,
It has to be a different, a slightly different twist.
Okay, but we're gonna try some segments. We gotta get more girls in here, though. I feel like the next guest, no matter what, should be a girl.
Can't be such a sausage party.
I actually did ask a girl before I put that status up. I gave her 24 hours and she never replied. She even read it. She left me on red.
She missed out.
She even said she wanted to come on like 3 weeks ago, and I said okay, let's do it, and then she backed out.
Yeah, I think groups would be cool. Segments would be cool.
Yeah. Like, I don't like having structure to this because it's funnier to me, but I think a little bit wouldn't hurt.
Oh.
So, but anyways, thanks for doing this. I really appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on and driving out here in the frozen wastelands.
I will. I'll do it again.
Don't end it yet.
I'm not going
Thank
to.
you for being the man behind the scenes, the man behind the man behind the guy behind the guy.
Ooh.
Left you on red. Sad day.
Sad boy
It was
hours.
sad. It was a sad day, man. And like, thanks for tuning in at the last second because we're almost about to cut it out. Anyways, Ryan Bortner, everybody. 25 episodes, everybody.
Woo!
And thanks for being my 25th guest.
Bortner's the man. He's hot too.
Thank you.
Yeah. He's keep a lookout
Go-
for his photography
Yeah.
page coming real soon.
Personal message him and have him take your pictures for whatever you need it for.
Oh,
Yeah, let's do that.
you have to give him like $20 though.
No, like
Otherwise-
he'll tell you what he wants to charge for.
Yeah, I mean, my Instagram's got most of my pictures, but yeah, there's gonna be a page.
Oh yeah, what's your Instagram?
Make pizza _ not war.
Make pizza
Follow-
underscore not war.
Follow that man.
Follow that man on the gram.
Yeah.
Do a gram with me on my gram, and then Caleb.
A
as
gram
well.
of cocaine.
That's right. Champagne and cocaine and sex. And also, thanks for I'm gonna look in this camera. Thanks everybody who believed in me and watches this stuff and supports me by saying that's funny. That's all I've ever wanted to do is make people laugh, and it's always free. It'll never not be free. I'm never gonna charge anything for this. And
Might
yeah,
have to watch an ad
just-
once in a while. Maybe.
Maybe. Well, someday, maybe, if we're ever that cool. But thanks again. I really appreciate it for everybody's help and supporting me and everything. So thank you. That's it. Bye.
Goodbye.